we can do the same thing. Fuck around and make a nigga pull up in that race. Cause I know that it coming one day. Hold up, wait. Hold up, wait.
DFCRadio.com.
Welcome.
This is fantastic.
One time for the one time.
Monday.
The Plug Gaming, that's us. Right here, Monday evening, 6 to 8 p.m., live on DFCRadio.com. Dutch Master here.
Oh, what up?
With my boys, Sam. How you doing, player?
Oh, wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Rocky, how
What up,
about you,
Rocky?
player?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know, just trying to get it.
The mysterious it.
Yeah, the battle
What
pass
is it
cracking
that
right
you're
now,
trying to
dog.
get?
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, the
It could be a lot of
English,
things.
whatever,
Yeah,
dog.
we
Today it's the battle pass I'm
Trying
talking
to get it.
about.
Oh.
I know. Rock,
Oh, are you getting it?
Rock got the
Already
battle
got
pass,
it, dog.
and he's
Bum,
actually
bum,
been,
bum, bum,
he's actually been on
bum.
it tough, man. He's
Can
been
we,
on-
like, eventually we need
Fortnite
to just
tough.
cut in all the moments Rock ever said, I will never spend money on this game?
Oh, he's spending money.
I didn't say I wouldn't spend
He's
money
spending
on it.
money.
Dude,
and
I
he's
the
said
number
that
of
shit
times-
is wild. The amount of money people are spending on a free game.
Nah, dude, you hated on even the $10 pass.
hate.
We can rewind. It's
Go ahead.
on the record.
It's not, but go ahead and go back. Check it
recorded.
out.
Rock.
I'm just saying.
I'm almost gonna.
No,
get
he
it.
was anti, but he's on it. He's in it.
I'm
he's in it to
stoked.
win
I
it.
said
It
I would
makes-
never spend
What, you got a
$20
Dubski. We got you
on the
season 4
gear.
Dubski.
And this
I
is a
don't know, I
good
didn't
season
play
to
with you
get
guys
on.
yet.
You didn't get a Dubski.
I haven't played with you
Are you
guys on
sure you
season
haven't
4
got a
yet.
Dubski?
No.
You have played with me on season 4. What are you
Oh,
talking
you know what?
about?
I did get a Dubski.
I've only played solo on season 4 so far, so
Rock,
I can just like
you got
wander
the
around.
Dubski, man. I
I
was
don't
there.
remember.
I was there.
But we're
No,
gonna
I
get to
didn't.
that later.
Oh, you don't have
We're
wet
gonna-
paint?
No.
Yeah,
We'll discuss it later.
We gotta make
it's
that
it's
happen.
coming up.
In the corner.
Look, we got a whole
We'll
block of
discuss it
time to
later.
just shit on this, and I can't wait to talk about it.
About what?
Season 4. I'm
There's
100.
no shitting on it.
Oh no, the wrong word, but like good things, good shits. Like
Okay.
I'm 100 V-bucks away from getting the battle pass.
If
and
you
I
play
get it
long
in,
enough.
Yeah, I get it in 3 levels, or
Yeah,
in
there you
3
go.
tiers.
So there you go.
So I'm like grinding out those tiers right now,
There you go.
and then
There
I
we
can
go.
buy it.
Very good. Very good. Well, it's obvious we've been playing Fortnite.
Yep,
Fortnite.
I've played a lot of it.
I've been playing a shit ton of it. I love it. I
In the
love
past
new
like
season.
2 days,
It's great.
I got all my time in so many games.
Yeah, that's very good.
I even got some Destiny back.
That's very good. Very good. I played a
I've-
little bit
I've
of
been playing
Destiny.
Fortnite.
I couldn't. I think I just went in and played PvP, and it was like, I was like, whatever. I thought I was gonna go in and max out all my Iron Banner shit, but I didn't because it just was like short lived. I played like 4 matches,
I enjoyed the 6 though.
and I was over it.
I enjoyed the 6.
The
It felt just like, I don't know. It felt more balanced, but also more action
yeah.
since the last time I played it.
I mean, the thing is with 6 people and the I'm gonna
It gets
It's the
crowded on
same-
control.
it's the same thing I say every time, but the time to kill with 6 people and then team shooting, you just are adding to the problem. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think that it's
I guess I was
totally
playing more
kinked.
solo too. I didn't play with people.
it's totally and that makes it worse. That's what I mean. Because then if you get matched up against a team that's working together, it's just
Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun, and that's been the issue the whole time. So we're gonna talk about this later though, because we have
yes.
a huge
Another-
announcement
well, yeah.
with the DLC,
Tons
the
of
War
that
Mind.
coming
That's gonna come in later. We're gonna actually take out a bigger segment to talk about that one because Destiny 2 is a favorite here. Destiny, the whole, we are part of the community. We, try to be as active as we can when, especially when the game is doing really well. And if it comes back, we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna still
We'll,
support it. And if it's a great game, we have no problem with it
Oh yeah.
It's not about how many people are playing.
If
It's
we're
about
playing
how
it,
we
we're
how we
gonna
feel.
talk about it.
Yeah, it's about how we feel
we
about
play
it.
a lot.
And we play a lot.
Anything new
exactly.
you've been playing?
Me, no. Just give 'em God of War in it, which we've gone over.
Oh yeah.
And
it's just getting further.
Fortnite in it, and the little bit of Destiny 2.
Nice.
I was playing a little bit of Brawlhalla. We talked about that on the show before.
Okay.
It was recently discovered by a guy that I play Fortnite with, and he's like got super into it, so he wanted me to play. I didn't play with him, but I got kind of back into it. I've loaded it
How
up
do you feel
with
about
my
it?
intentions. This is the same. I played a couple games. I was like, Fortnite.
Yeah.
We'll just put Fortnite back on. But that's
When
how it is.
games
I don't
are
know.
too
Fortnite
good.
is just. It's just it has everything you want in a video game, and then it's competitive if you want it to be. Very
Yeah.
competitive.
Well, it feels like a certain competitive vibe that
Yeah. And the grind's
at one
there.
point was Call of Duty.
The Battle Pass
Like, it
grind is
was,
there too, so it can be grindy. The challenges can be grindy. You can look at it that way, not going for so many kills
I
and
can't
just.
fuck with the sniper, dog. I'm trying.
Well, I mean, Rock,
Hunting
you got to
rifle.
get used
That's
to
where
it.
you start.
It's just like
Yeah, I mean, I come from the days when there was no hunting rifles, man. You just had to be good with a bolt-action sniper.
Yeah. And those things curve.
I love them, and that's why I love it. That's actually like my favorite part about it is it's just you have to really line it up and take your time and hit that perfect shot, loop, distance, everything's got a win factor,
Yeah.
that
you
type
see
of stuff.
that shit.
Rock, what are you watching?
Oh, this video.
The disrespect, man.
What are you talking about?
Just disrespect
dog?
our listeners, man.
I hope it's a good
It's
video.
2 hours, man. It's 2
That's
hours that you got to
disrespect.
give them of your time, and you're watching a video. You got your shit propped up.
But the video
Not even
was
9
good,
minutes.
though.
Not even 9 minutes.
They're watching him
I don't
watch
know,
a
he
video.
could be like studying something.
see,
and
Yeah,
This
all
is
right,
the
all right.
problem.
Maybe it's a new
Look.
thing. Maybe it's a new thing. Maybe
It
that's
is.
a
This
new
is the
thing.
problem, dog.
Saint, you think that's a new
Yeah, it's catchy. People like to watch other people watch things.
videos?
Reaction
but
videos.
usually, don't
That's
they
what
like to
it's all
see the
about.
video? Don't they usually like to see the video?
Right. Next time,
Yeah,
So it's
so
like
you
a
have to-
reaction. So it's more
Okay.
like a
I
reaction.
feel like if I let
Rock,
them
you
see the
gotta
video,
tell us what you're watching,
So he's over
and
there
then we'll
secretly
just
watching
watch
it.
you react, even though you don't.
we'll
react
put it in
at
the
all.
corner. Send it to me next time, and we'll have it in the corner.
it's a video of their mothers at this event
Yeah,
that they
the hidden-
showed up
it's
to
this
without
hidden
them.
camera show you're working on.
It's called their mothers. You're right. That's exactly what that is.
Jesus H. Christ, Rocky.
Hey, I'm just saying. I wanted to see this video.
Okay, okay.
It popped up
But
on me.
I hope it was worth it. It popped up on you. The video popped up on you.
So I had to check it out.
So you're like going through your Instagram DMs on your buddies and yours page or shared
yeah.
conversation, and these are the videos you're getting up. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. All right.
You know what, you
I mean-
guys? All I'm saying is, it was a good video.
Okay. All right. All right.
Really good.
All right. So
Answer my question.
It was worth.
let's we God of Wars. We all were hyped about it, and like we all talked about what we thought about it and kind of gameplay type of deal, but not so much of like what's happening in the game or where you're at progression wise, but like thoughts on the development, how they changed the game from its previous games, how they were hack and slash, and then kind of like they did a great job of blending these two.
It's more sophisticated.
Yeah, and
That's how I feel.
And
I heard if
the
you put on easy,
storytelling.
it's still hack and slash.
I mean,
If
it
you play
is.
on easy, but dude, it gets real hack and slashy after a while once you get some
Yeah, once
Very
you get
choice
the moves,
weapon.
yeah.
But in
yeah.
some of those fights, you have to play defensive when you've got like 4 guys that
Not
all
on easy.
have attacks.
Yeah, I
coming
mean
at you.
on
The way they've
hard,
got
it's
this-
not.
oh,
It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm
I
only
heard
playing
on
on
the easy,
hard.
they said literally it feels like God of War. It's like the exact same game, but you
But
have an
had-
But
Do
they
they
like
play
kind of
on
say
God
that. But they
mode?
kind of said that. They kind of said like there's going to be a noticeable difference in the difficulty in all of your like. They didn't want to just have it be like 2 things that make it harder. Like in the other God of Wars, like the AI wasn't really different. They just attacked more often, and they were harder to kill. Right. So they had bigger life bars and they were more aggressive, which made you just ultimately have to be quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You needed to like see the next move before it happened.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's on all levels. There's going to be the AI is going to be different. The health is going to be different. The behavior is going to be different. Everything. So like on easy, you're probably getting this like real basic, character just kind of maybe advancing at you all the whole time and not really attacking so much. Whereas, the other difficulties, you're getting surrounded more often. It's more often that you're surrounded.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes in to where the sophistication, the complexity, and the higher end, I guess you would say, of the combat is in the difficulty. If you want it to be hack and slashy and fun and run through and get a progression, you're a progression person, do it and come back to those other ones and make it more difficult. It's not like you're going to be doing. My point is the replay value is not like you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Where you're just like, okay, these guys are just faster, so now I'm just like sitting here like,
Dog?
on God of War, the hardest difficulty, you're just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You don't even know what you're really doing. And in this one, you get a sense that you're like, dude, if I don't hit these buttons right, I'm dead.
Have you fought a Valkyrie yet?
Yeah.
One.
Okay. I don't know how far you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good distance into the game. I'm almost done with the game.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
I am not.
I don't know where things are.
Yeah, it's hard
For,
to
like,
say
how
exactly.
far
That's
I
why I
am
don't want to
actually
say
in the
anything.
story.
That's why I don't want
Yeah.
to say anything because there's like some big stuff
Okay.
in the game that
Are
I
we
feel.
saving spoilers for everybody
I don't.
then, I guess?
I don't.
Like,
I think it's more for people in the room that because I know, Rock's. You just said he's not as far as what I was saying. So like I don't want to say anything.
yeah.
That because there's some monumental stuff that if I knew
Yeah.
about it exactly
And,
before,
like,
even though I had faint ideas
I've been
about
thinking
it,
so hard about how to express
and
this.
that,
Yeah,
and
so
that's
let's
what I'm
not
saying.
even
Yeah,
exactly.
do
And
that.
that's
Here's
why I feel.
how
That's why I feel that we shouldn't go into progression
Sam
wise.
about
and
to
just,
fuck it up anyway.
No, I ain't.
He is.
No. I got a
Go
good.
ahead.
Like
Go
I
ahead
said,
and fuck
I've
it up,
thought
Sam.
too much about like how do I not fuck this up.
It's too late.
I was thinking he had a moment there. He had a little
As
moment
soon
where he was about to just
as
let
I
something
felt
go.
settled into like what my setup was and
yeah.
what my play style was, dramatic fucking changes. Like
Yeah.
it's just, and that's how it feels pretty consistently in both how the world develops and how your character play develops.
Have you guys
I rely on
changed
that
your
kid
moves yet?
more. I switch up my my different animals a lot more.
Yeah.
So like I just I don't know. It's just
That's
as
another
I
thing
play
too.
more of the game.
It's
It's just continuously
that-
you get a big change.
I found that is one thing that I don't want to say I had an issue with, but but they didn't do really well. I'd say is the introduction of like all the skill trees and exactly because there's so many of them that just pop
Yeah.
in, and then you're like
And there's
looking
the
at like
different poses.
You're blowing some
yeah,
shit out,
exactly.
and then the other
And-
stuff over there is lacking.
and then
you
you're
didn't even know about.
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're like looking and you're like, okay, I got this exclamation mark here now, and it actually is only there. Like it might have been there the whole time, but it's like it's not really standing out
Yeah.
because it's just a small mark, and you're doing all this other stuff, and you're getting so much stuff. Like when the game really gets rolling, you are collecting so much shit at one time,
Man,
and then you're like
dog.
looking through your shit, you're like,
And you
how
don't
the fuck
even
did I
ro-
pick this up and didn't
You
realize?
don't
it?
even
You know
realize
what I
that
mean?
you
Yeah.
can make some shit happen with
Right.
it because you didn't even. It doesn't explain it.
Right,
You just pick up
it
this
goes
rock
through.
and-
It kind of
Yeah.
goes through it that way, and it's the funny thing is that you don't. The reason why you have a hard time with it, okay? Because we play games like this, Dark Souls. We play this game. We know that that's how Dark Souls is going to be.
We know there
We
are
don't-
rocks and some
we
of
don't-
them move.
We don't, but we don't understand that about God of War. That they're going to have a more complex, crafting system, skill system, evolution of your skills, your gear,
Yeah.
all can be leveled up, even when they're not that great, and you can go
Exactly.
level them up and spend resources,
I pretty much
and then
have
get a better
one
one
direction
the next
I've
time.
set it in. I've had like a lot of my stuff is like I've got this one setup for rune attacks,
Right.
and like I just invest in that.
But what kind of what I'm trying to get at here is that with how they set the difficulties up, how they don't really introduce you to the stuff, I'm getting a, maybe a
Like overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, like a multi-ending here, or a reason why you need to play it several times you know what I mean, over and over again.
Okay.
Type deal here. Like they don't expect you to unlock everything and get everything on the first run through. They
Yeah,
absolutely
okay.
don't. They absolutely don't.
I wonder.
I'm getting
if
that type of feeling from them.
The Ravens are probably the hardest to find everything.
Yeah,
So this is
but
the
I'm
thing.
just saying with all this
But-
stuff, the way they made the game, it's like God of War with Breath of Wild. Like they took that kind of stuff from it, like made it
Okay.
more open world.
Yeah.
Because now you can go hunt for stuff or search for stuff. Your son's constantly telling you when you're in the boat, hey, we don't have to go do this, which is basically them being like, well, hey, there's these other things to go do that will assist you in your journey without saying, here's a fucking checkpoint. You can't
Yeah.
progress unless you go do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're giving you the option, but they're always reminding you like, if you're having a hard time progressing this way, there are these alternate branched routes that will help you get.
Oh yeah, and you get cool shit for side missions.
And you get super cool stuff.
Axe
Exactly.
pummels
Upgrades
that'll
and
like
stuff,
change
yeah.
your whole thing.
Right.
I'm like high lux, so I pick up
And this
some
is
good
stuff.
crap.
The problem is that what I'm saying is that they didn't. They're like, okay, yeah, it's God of War. Like it's the 5th one we made. You guys know what it is, and they changed the whole game on you. And they really needed to like give you a full blown
better introduction of it.
on like, hey, this is a new fucking game.
Yeah.
Don't come in here with any pre-existing God of War. How the game works, like the thing they kept the puzzles, like you know how they've always been very ingrained in the game. Like they kept those core things that were like, oh yeah, this is God of War, but man, everything else is so different. They did a great job. Don't get me wrong with it, but I'm just saying it feels like it's lacking in the direction. But really thinking about it, maybe we just need to be like, okay, that's just how they did it. They wanted it to be mysterious, and you figure it out.
Maybe it's
very
like
Dark
you said,
Souls-ish.
Replay.
Yeah, very
is a
Dark
big
Souls
thing about it.
Yeah.
Dog,
Well, that's what Dark Souls. You replay
I don't know
it.
where
You can't do
the
it all
issue
the
with
first
the
time.
Odin Ravens though, dog. Like they squawk the whole fucking.
You got
thing.
51
when you
of
got your
them? You got
headphones
51.
on.
I
I'm just
mean,
saying,
I'm
like
not even
that-
through the game yet.
Okay, how many you got?
I got probably 13 or something.
Okay, well, it depends on where you are. You probably missed something. Is my point.
I'm just saying they yell.
I'm just saying that
Yeah,
they're like,
I know they yell, but not
Look.
everybody has like super bass 1,000 headphones that like pick up everything in whatever like yours do.
I bought them from you.
I don't know, but for some reason they are amazing headphones, and like I can hear everything you can hear through your own headphones sometimes. So.
Are you serious though?
Yeah,
is it yours?
yeah, it's rocks.
Oh my god.
Or it's just your house, something like that travels sound.
I don't know. You're,
travels very
you also
well there.
are the one that has just your own stereo playing.
No.
Yeah, but
So
it's
we
because
get that
his
through the mic.
microphone is so good, it like literally picks up everything. And then
That's insane, dog.
his headphones have this superhuman hearing thing.
Mm-mm.
Just
Oh.
makes you hear everything.
Hey man,
Alright.
That's how he sleep revives, man. I just figured it out. He's like a bat with sonar. He like hears a call out, and he's like, "GG." Oh, he went down over here. It just slowly.
I'm just saying because like with the I won't lie, I play with the headphones in because I don't know why, but I do.
That's
But
hilarious.
you hear that like squawk, and I just look around and be like, oh, there he is.
Well-
Bow, got him. I'm just saying, like I haven't had a problem finding him, dog.
Yeah, But anyways, there's a ton of shit to find. Extra
Yeah.
shit. There's these labors. There's the labors, and then there's also just the like task.
Dog, the maps,
Right?
Is
Yeah.
tight,
Just like
dog.
tasks that you can find around that are going to help you get a gift or someone's family heirlooms or whatever that's
Yeah.
passed down that turns into some sort of
They're
boost
usually
for you
around
or-
the coolest enchantment you have at the time,
Yeah.
or like everything scales well.
I also
So,
like how they have
you-
this little weird cutthroat islands with like super difficult enemies on there
Yeah,
that you
dog.
can't even face, and they're like, well, when are you gonna come back? Like, when are you gonna make the decision? Like, either to go like
I haven't even been
kind
to
of
Muspelheim
RPG,
yet.
but our kind of RPG, like
You haven't
go
been
to
where?
a place and kind of farm enemies
Yeah,
in order to level up.
yeah.
You know
It's,
what I mean? Like,
XP plays a value. Hack
right?
Silver plays a value.
right, exactly. So
You can row around on that boat
There's just
forever
so much
and
more
pick
to this
shit
game.
up.
Where'd you say you haven't been yet?
Muspelheim, I think it is.
Oh no, I haven't
It's
been
the
there.
the fireplace.
yeah,
It's entirely like challenges and side missions. You don't even have to go there in the story.
you don't.
Oh shit.
That's
They
just
talk
kinda
about
cool.
it briefly. There's these, and that's the other thing too. There's
So
these
it's
like
a world to just go discover.
where you go. Like sometimes when you creep up to the or roll in on the blacksmiths, the dwarves, they'll
They say slick shit.
yeah, they'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
did
are
you find,
so funny.
Did
I
you go
love
down to
them.
so and so's cellar? And they're like, you
Yeah,
could find you
yeah.
could find this.
He
you know what
might
I mean?
have something for you. I've known him a long time. And you're
Yeah,
like,
and
what does
but
that
you know what I
mean?
mean exactly, and that's like the game's. It's like embedded in the lore, just kind of like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go back and go look through the lore, through all the conversations you had with people, and those things get kind of jotted down, so you can revisit those notes or kind of, you remember them as you play.
Yeah.
But that's they kind of are borrowing from this Dark Souls and
But that's what they said they wanted to do, right?
ideally, yeah, exactly. And the
Yeah.
future of these games are going to be in this format with Norse mythology. I would
And
assume.
on the next one, like all
There's
these
a lot of
steps
stuff
that
I've
they've
heard.
started going in that have gone well, they're
people
gonna
are
go
saying
further into. It's gonna
like
be great.
there's paintings of Kratos' predicted death. on things that there's a lot of stuff that people are saying in the games. The kid,
I joke
that
the kid's original name is Loki.
What?
Because he's
like family
he's
dynamics
half god,
get crazy.
He's half
shit.
god, and we haven't found out, but his mom could be one of the giants.
I mean, that's where
and
the
what
axe
is
comes
Loki?
from.
Half god, half giant. Yeah.
I was doing a live stream and I had one of my chat guys bless me with this little bit of information. And I was like, "Yo, dude, you just did way too much here, man." Okay.
So does Odin adopt you at the end? And
so
he's like, welcome.
No, I know. But I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying, like this is stuff that's in the mythology that could easily be thrown in the story. All this stuff. And I don't know. The kid's becoming the kid. We know he's half god, and in the game he's having these moments, and this all has to wrap around into something.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean,
I'm telling you, they're doing a really good job. The story's great, dude.
Yeah.
Kratos. I don't know if you've been to there when Kratos has to really become a dad and do it.
Yeah, he does.
And then he just starts giving his son lessons after lesson, and you're just like, dude. Like
even just in regular
gameplay, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. That shit
evolve.
ain't it, dog.
This
he ain't
shit.
Loki, dog.
No one said he was.
I'm just saying, dog.
We're talking.
That's some wild shit, but I mean, that's too wild, dog.
I mean,
we're talking. Why does he get? He gets animals, man. He gets animal morphs.
Yeah, but the come on.
Anyways,
the bow,
we're
dog?
just talking about it. We're just
saying
talking
the
about
bow. It ain't lining up yet, dog.
We're just talking. That's it, Rock. Okay,
I'm just saying.
He gets all into this stuff. He loves Thor.
He's got mystic powers.
Rock loves Thor.
Yeah,
he loves Thor, Loki stuff. So
I mean, Thor's a dick in this.
What happened?
I mean, he is in
folklore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In the mythology of the Norse kind.
It's just funny because you just hear people. Everybody talks about him, and you don't want to like this guy at all.
Yeah, you don't like Thor or Odin, but they've always been like that.
But man, he's the funny one in the Avengers.
Yeah,
I mean,
because that's what
he's a god of
thunder. But anyways, okay.
I know.
Let's end that there.
Thor Ragnarok,
we're gonna go here.
His god of thunder powers are on point.
We're gonna go here.
True.
Yeah.
With some giveaways here, guys. Okay.
What?
So, how we started this off, we're doing giveaways twice a month, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That means we're gonna kick it off on whatever it is, like the next Monday after Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
That'll be our first giveaway. It's gonna be we're gonna load it up on Instagram, and then after that, they're just gonna
we're gonna take care of you.
Yeah, it's just gonna get rifled away. Give them a $10 gift. Maybe. We'll reimburse you with the PlayStation card. So. After that, we'll just have them posting all the time. But basically, every 2 weeks, we're going to give away $10. Or what is it? $10 we decided on? Yeah, $10.
Yeah, get you
PlayStation Network card, Xbox, Microsoft,
Amazon, whatever. It's
it gets you a whole
Rock
battle
is
pass
always
for
trying
Fortnite.
to go above and beyond. Are you going to be one
Because not
sourcing
everybody
these Amazon?
Yeah, that shit is easy, dog.
Okay, so Rock's going to get Amazon.
You just send a digital Amazon.
$10 cards.
Rock's on
something.
it.
Wow.
$10 cards.
He's going to buy it for $3, so he's got something.
Whatever. You're going to get $10 value.
Thanks, Sam.
You're going to get a $10 value, yeah. And we're going to do that. So we're going to start doing those twice a week.
$3?
And that's all going to go through Instagram, social media time. So check that out. The plug _gaming. On Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, everything.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. What else we got going on? That's it for that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then let's take a small break, and we're going to come back with a little bit of news. We're going to be talking Fortnite and a new mashup for you fucking superhero comic book motherfuckers. We're going to talk about it here in a second. Let me go through this real quick.
My bad.
Some other Season 4 hypes and the challenges. Also, Dragon Ball Z Fighters got a new update coming in. But we'll get to that when we get back. This is The Plug Gaming on DFCRadio.com.
Have you seen anything on this shit?
For all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on Activist. Big go to Sprite, nigga. And I'm blowing on Texaco. This shit came on a flight, nigga. And I'm so professional, tailor-made, precise, nigga. And I told my lad bitch that I love her, but I ain't gon' fight with you. Way too much money on my mind, these dead white people. Nigga, how to lay you the blood, I'ma leave the hype, nigga. Cushion authentic, that pathetic, but I ain't white, nigga. I heard you like the credit, you ain't rockin' real right, nigga. No. But jumped out the chain game with a lot of pain. I just want a bad nigga for the fame. Yeah, that big baby, she for the game. Stack a star, gotta maintain. Play the smart nigga from the start, going hard like this is my leg game. Yeah, bitch, I am LeBron Wade. Chopper give your ass a blunt fade. Ooh, for everything I do it for my family. It done before this honor till they take my breath away. And I'm posted on that corner till I see a better day. My young nigga pull runner, they pull up and eat your face. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on.
Taj Money.
TNT on
Yo,
the beat.
Hey, I got no motherfucking choice. You been? Hey, what you tell me? I don't want it with a motherfucking man, but gave me that pack, I'ma beat it up. Little bitty bitch, she gon' throw me that pussy, you know your niggas gon' beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up. Beat it up, beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up, beat it up, beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up. I just fucked around and read up. Seen that they bend up with my feet up. Trap out that bitch to the lease up. On the perky nigga with my feet up. And I got no gas in that bitch, but a nigga scrapped up with that heat up. So can't let a nigga see ya. Hey, king like they wanna be ya. Hey, baby, winning with it lame ass boy. Nigga still tryna keep up. Pull up in that all black motherfucker, hot back like on a good reaper. And I want the whole thing for the pepper cross time, a little cheaper. And if a nigga try to take some, then I'm waking you and your people. Hey, good gang, got it straight out the city. Big black smoking on Peter Griffin. These niggas sometimes in mother consistent young boss nigga. I just look like a list. Faces on me like a young nigga criminal. Laces in my boots, I ain't never trippin'. Baby, when I'm steady college, she trippin'. She swear, nigga, I ain't fucking these bitches. I'm just overstanding. I'm just tryna put her in a mansion. She never seen any more money before. She used to them niggas be having. Ay, I swear all my niggas we having. Bitch, we trippin', dead. All I wanted was a motherfucking man, but gave me that pack, I'ma beat it up. Little bitty bitch, she gon' throw me that pussy, you know your niggas gon' beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up. Beat it up, beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up, beat it up, beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up. Try hard, beat the odds, stay out of the way and run it up by any means. Ever them niggas be talking like hoes, send them shots, take your denim jeans. My young gangsta on the way with that low. Cali gas, they Cali clean. Like the G hit the gas, man, shower made a truck just like trampoline. In the apartment with your baby mama, I'm 2K, what you giving me head? What you said, it's a couch, that line got oxes up under the sofa bed. I get jammed up, on me keep it G. Swear that the only way I can be. Nigga loud up and sound like a bird, and that nigga on the street. Swear the struggle turned me to a beat. I remember the day we ain't even eat. Started off capping, I'ma couldn't play. Now I feel like I'm big me. Say hell, trapping with the Troy low. Say he getting about the bolo. Man, I heard that pussy nigga sweet. I'm gon' let it baby know. All I wanted was a motherfucking man, but gave me that pack, I'ma beat it up. Little bitty bitch, she gon' throw me that pussy, you know your niggas gon' beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up. Beat it up, beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up, beat it up. Beat it back in, yeah, what? You know I'm beat it up. And these niggas hating on them niggas trip, but yeah, baby, boy, you know you gon' eat it up. Straight out of bed, don't do the leave it up. Ain't got no trouble, but to beat it up.
in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. That's D, got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup. You could tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple Drake mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between. And we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene. And we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G. Either Maserati blue or the Lambo green. And that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street. Either hating on you or they hating on me. And it's shaved up, raised up. Driving to the flow, got them blades to stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you could call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you could call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup.
Are you ready? No.
Oh,
Not ready at all.
I'm ready. You know what? I got. Since we're gonna hit some news, a bunch of videos just came out recently.
Are you going to watch them? And have
No,
like,
I'm just gonna share them. Unless we can pull them up quick.
Everybody watch you.
So we still
And
on
And we can do our reaction videos. No, I'm not sharing.
You can watch them. Watch you.
I'm not watching the videos.
Watch
I
them,
just
watch
have
you,
a
watch the
list
videos.
up right
We
now.
still on
Let's-
that. We
Just a
passed
question,
that.
man.
I even put the phone down. We still on
you
that.
guys want to sort
question.
something out quick? I mean, like,
No, I was just asking you a question.
this is also like therapy. It's okay,
No, it
guys. If
was
you want to
literally-
work this out, we can do
was
it.
just a question. You answered it. We can move on. That's it.
Just saying. Like,
Just a question.
it was a video.
So what's up, man? What's up?
Oh,
Let's
no,
talk about
okay,
these
okay.
videos.
So check it out. There is a new trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. The third one came out.
That's what I was watching.
We got
I don't believe you because you would have said that.
we got a new trailer for the what is it? The new Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, a lot of stuff about that one.
Shows a lot about what the story is and how fucking ninja you are.
The pre-orders are out. You can start getting your pre-orders. The collectors editions are
gonna get it?
available. I'm gonna fully check it out a little bit more. It looks sweet. Don't get me wrong, but like, fuck, dude, when have we had a Tomb Raider? I mean, like they've been trying
Wait
to
a minute.
revive, fucking resuscitate no offense, this bitch for a long time. You feel me?
Yeah, that's real shit.
You know what I mean?
though.
Laura Croft was the top tier. She she had all the things, the good game, the best game. Everybody was infatuated with her, right? They made her to be the fucking video game vixen, whatever.
Yeah.
Just went away.
I feel like Drake's Uncharted kind of stumped
Right.
it.
Like,
and
I think
but they
Angelina
slept.
Jolie she just peaked.
Yeah, right. When the
Like
movie
no
came
video
out.
game, no nothing can compare.
When
and
the
then-
video game. But, dude, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. When that movie came out, though, everybody was like, "Holy shit!" We didn't see it a ton. Where like games like that made it into the cinema, right? Where we would see it in the big theater.
Yeah.
A lot of the other stuff would be fan based or some weird shit. However, it came to fruition, right? It would be there, but they weren't always the greatest. This one
Yeah,
had a
that's
lot
some
of
real
money
shit.
put behind it. It was supposed to be, you know, it was fair. I guess well received. I would say maybe.
I mean, for the time,
For the
those
time,
were
right?
pretty dope
but then,
action
but
scenes.
then like,
and-
but then like,
The movie was terrible.
so, yeah,
Hey,
if
whatever.
you watch it now, it's terrible. But
Yeah.
then like, but dude,
Alright.
all that
And
success,
back in the day, it was actually
all that
Joe
success,
Lee,
all that
so it
success,
was
and
fire.
then like they got rid of the title almost. Sony or SquareSoft or Square Enix bought the rights to make their own newer one that made it
Yeah.
completely different, kind of. You know what I mean? They took their own little
and it
spin
was
on
definitely a
It's
nice
not bad.
reboot the way
yeah,
they
it's not
went.
bad. It's not bad, but it's kind of like, dude, top tier riding on this thing and then fell off and kind of just. Nothing to really support the last game that came out, and then now there's this one that was, I guess, is supporting that.
And
It
this one
got
also has a
stumped.
co-op mode.
But yeah,
I
it
guess.
needed
So
to be.
they're
I
changing
guess,
it up a little bit.
I
Trying
guess they
something
needed
new.
to start doing that release a game a year type deal if you want to
Yeah.
be remembered.
Yeah,
But this
you
is
know.
the cool part, like that co-op shit. Like, how do you do Tomb Raider with co-op?
one of the best games that did a 2-player was Army of Two
Yeah.
for like a
Great
co-op.
example.
But that's,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
You just
You didn't like
compared-
Army of Two?
You compared Army of Two to Tomb Raider?
He didn't do any
I'm
comparison.
saying-
He didn't do any comparisons
Yeah.
at all. Actually, he said that you asked how could you do a co-op,
With
and
Tomb
he just
Raider.
said but he gave you an example, not
and
he gave you an example of a really good co-op game.
what it does well as a
all
co-op
he-
game is
that's all
how
he
you
did.
have to interact with
Yeah,
each other.
working with each other, and
and
stuff like that.
Tomb Raider has puzzles. So, I mean, take a look at Portal 2 when
Tomb
they
Raider
had the
is
whole
Lara
like 2-player
Croft.
mode. I'm just giving examples
Okay,
of like
and you can't.
what
they
they
can't
can
bring
like,
in somebody or something.
That shit is weird.
It's gonna be
I'm
co-op.
not
It's
gonna lie,
weird,
that
but
shit
it's
is
gotta be
weird.
What are you
new.
talking
How
about?
you
The
gonna do it
first
new?
a game of the reboot, you had this chick that was like, I forgot her
That
name.
shit
She was
was
like
weird.
Sam or something. She was hanging out the
And
whole
that
time
shit
and just
was
kept getting in
weird.
trouble, you know? What if that person was helpful?
I don't know. For
All
me,
right.
it's weird.
We'll
Just
see.
saying, when I played Tomb Raider, it was,
We will
Hey,
see.
they're
And what if
trying
it's like,
something new.
yeah, I mean, and what if it's like you just bring your friend with you and he has his own screen and it's not split or anything like that, and you're just fucking two people doing the same shit
Yeah.
just together.
I don't know. It's weird to me.
Okay. Well, I guess that's fine. I mean, that's fine. That's cool.
Look, maybe
It's
they're
totally
like,
cool.
we can't beat God of War as a single-player game, so we need to pivot.
Like,
That's-
did you see God of War? What the fuck are we gonna do? Co-op mode. That's what we have to do.
Hey, real shit though. That might have been it. Like, oh
We'll just
my
leave
God.
the genre alone. We'll
Kratos
become a
and
fucking
fucking Kratos.
multiplayer battle royale. Okay, we're going with battle royale. Okay.
Tomb Raider Battle Royale.
I mean, the last
Who's
Tomb
the better
Raider
Croft?
online multiplayer was pretty dope with the rope swings.
Oh, which one?
One of the last Tomb Raiders that had like a multiplayer online,
Oh, okay.
you could throw a hook shot.
I didn't see. I didn't play.
I know they weren't the first to do it, but it was.
I
pretty dope.
didn't play it. That was the thing. So I can't really. I don't know. I might just be talking shit.
Yeah.
There's like there's like there's a bunch of games that have this now, I think, but I've at least seen it a few times where you have a rope that you can just basically rope dart and throw and stick it and just swing around things and just
Yeah, they've been. Doing that.
Titanfall 2 has a version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like just a really cool element
Grappling hooks, man.
in games. Like yeah, grappling hooks. There you go.
The claw started it, dog.
Made
007, dog. The Claw. He'd be at the corner just posted, waiting, dog. It was the best. Oh, I missed that
such
game.
a great game. But let's get into this news, guys.
All right.
Let's get it.
Fortnite.
Hey, those were some pretty dope ones. I got one more too, actually.
Okay.
There's a Fallout teaser. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's Fallout
Okay.
Miami.
Miami. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Next game coming.
I'll check it out. Okay. Fortnite by the Avengers mashup. What the hell are we going to be looking at here, guys?
As they put it, the Infinity
It's
Gauntlet
a special
of
game mode,
power.
limited time event,
Ooh.
limited time game mode, and yeah, so like
We got this whole superhero theme.
superhero themed.
Now we have-
Everybody was expecting to see some sort of superhero skin that was like, really actually more reminiscent of or more, character we're more familiar with, rather than what they did do where you got this kind of like off
An event.
looking superhero type deal.
I
But
think
alien
the
mix.
It's
I think
also
it's dope.
I think it's dope too. Don't
the
get me wrong.
biggest movie right
it's
now.
it's not really
It's
like-
even beating whatever the last thing.
Yeah,
was right
it's
now.
not really. But it's not really so superhero-y, I guess I want to say. Like parts of it is, and then parts of it just are totally not.
I guess we should talk about what it is. It's a mode. It's a limited time mode of picking up the Infinity Gauntlet of power. Like, what even is that? Nobody knows.
It's the Infinity Glove.
Yeah, but like, what is it going to be in this game? What the? Are you going to be able to
well,
stop
it's
time
gonna
and
make
then
you
everyone that
fucking
can't
super
play?
powerful.
Can you snap your
Yeah,
finger and
we
half the
don't-
universe
we don't-
disappears? Like, what's the rule?
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. No one knows. That's all that we know is that's the mashup. It doesn't have anything to do with the characters, or they're not going to be in it whatsoever. And I don't know. Like what I read is it like literally says it will turn you into Thanos. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they literally you fucking transform and become.
They put a
Or
big
you
old
just get the-
Infinity
or you
Gauntlet
just
on the
get
screen in the
or you-
trailer.
or you
and
just
like,
get some sort of fucking gnarly ability that coincides with the hop rocks or some shit like that.
I don't know. Oh, there's also the mode of like being just all the pop rocks.
Yeah,
oh, we
so
were
there's
talking about
this
that.
brace for impact, the whole thing that they were doing. There's this impact mode, and what it is that what I've heard or the rumor mill, which a lot of these rumors become true.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the hop rocks the whole time. That's basically what the mode would be. Everybody's hop
Or what if
rocked
there's
up
just
on
a bunch
fucking
of
crack.
crazy meteor shower and there's just everywhere?
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And then
That'd be cool if you were dodging
the funny
meteors
thing
the
is
whole
they
game.
took
be
the
crazy.
meteor shower and then kind of they like I don't know.
They
They
destroyed
like
the island a
left
bit.
it. They're like oh the meteor's hit, but then like oh we were making a movie the whole time, so now there's movie sets.
Yeah, that shit was
You
wild.
know what I mean? So it's
I didn't understand that either.
There's
but
also-
and there's
but-
also this huge thing about aliens coming and movies about the aliens coming, and they're always like
Yeah.
these huge comedies, and like that's kind of maybe what they're playing on too. Like there's always attack, on Mars attacks
I didn't know about the
and
movies
kind of stuff.
thing,
Yeah, so like there's this whole movie set theme that obviously has to play into all of this stuff that's going on.
And the character mix is a weird batch on the battle pass.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about before when
yeah.
we're saying, is this going really a superhero route? And then they add this stuff from the Avengers.
But
And
cool
it's like
thing that you get to unlock the character as you play them.
It's just easily becoming. They're just breaking all kinds of rules and crossing over into too many things right now. You got Drake. You got Drake fucking playing with the most popular
what if we got
Twitch streamer. You have the
superhero
most
Drake?
popular movie crossed with the most popular comic books ever.
All I'm saying is
Marvel. Like, what are we do? What are we witnessing? What is going on
What?
with this shit? How is this in the
And
game?
how are they
How is
making
this
it-
in the
how-
game?
like-
how are they getting the rights
we
to
put
this shit
a-
and they're not even like?
And that's the other thing. I was under the
Will-
impression that DC had and Epic were like in
well,
bed
like you said,
or
they're breaking
ownership
all the
or
rules.
something. Like,
Will
what the
Drake be a
fuck?
superhero? That
He's
is
just
my
in
question.
there like
I don't get it.
shooting
dog.
out like air disc. Drake fucking what is going on?
I don't get it, man.
apparently Ninja played Little Yacht the other night.
Oh,
Jesus.
And from some people that told me just were like, dude, yeah, it's Fortnite, Ninja, this or that, but it was on their like level, them talking and stuff was just kind of.
I want
weird.
Ninja to someday just get a TV show. Where
Little Yachty's not even
he
can't
hosts
understand the word
celebrities
he's
against
saying.
each other at video
type
games.
stuff. He's terrible at Fortnite.
Hit him with the Travis Scott. Shut up, nigga.
Yeah, but Travis Scott's way better than in my opinion.
What,
like,
as an artist?
Just as like if you were gonna like play a video game with somebody and have them on the communications to talk with.
Hey man, Little Yachty is fucking stupid.
That's my point, and that's my point. Like I would rather have Travis Scott or Drake there with me than Little Yachty, and it is what it is. But I mean, if Little Yachty wanted to play Fortnite with me, I don't think I'd say no to anybody unless.
If I could call him stupid, I'd play with him.
I think he might have hinted that a couple times.
All right, cool.
I think Little Yachty said something about like he only eats chocolate candies or McDonald's. He doesn't eat steaks. He doesn't eat vegetables. Nothing. That's all he eats is junk food and McDonald's chicken nuggets. And Ninja was like, "Yeah, and you can tell." That's what he said to him. That's what he said. So it's like Yachty, you're in Ninja's realm right now, dude. What he says goes. He's the superstar here. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many whatever you've done in the rap game. On Twitch, he's the guy. Dude, Ninja's the man on Twitch.
Yeah, he is.
He's over there carrying Drake
but people watch
all these other people.
Really watch him like where he's breaking records when these dudes is hopping on his streams.
Yeah, but even when they went over that, these aren't new accounts that people made that were Drake fans. These were existing Twitch members that hopped over.
No, I'm not saying that people signed up for Twitch. So
no, it makes it a big event. You don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it does makes it an event and it increases it. But what it is it makes it an event. It makes all the people that were, subscribed or following Ninja, it gives them a notification on like several platforms.
Every kid in high school playing Fortnite.
Because somebody's Twitter went off on it. Probably
every kid in middle school playing.
Somebody's
Fortnite.
Twitter went off on it. You know what I mean? Somebody else's this went off on it. When Yachty or Drake is also putting it out there. When it's just Ninja, you get the Twitch notification. Boom.
My 13-year-old sister plays Fortnite on mobile.
Yeah,
like,
I know a kid that plays Fortnite
exactly.
on mobile too.
So like when this happens, what are kids watching right now? YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, that's real shit.
That shit going down is
I'm just
kind of big on the social
media. He ain't hitting
scale.
the numbers without having like.
Well, he had this. Well, his numbers were the same with Yachty on there. It was Drake that had. Drake is the only time ever that had that kind of spike, and it was 600,000.
I wonder how many people just wanted to see how shit Drake was.
Concurrent
I know
viewers, and that probably will. And Drake's played with him again, and it wasn't. Those numbers didn't get hit again.
Yeah, it was because people knew he was shit already. I told you that's what it was. Niggas wanted to be like,
exactly. But
I wonder
you
how
got to understand
Drake is. Am I better than
people
Drake?
are going to play on Twitch or watching Ninja on Twitch, they're watching not because they think some famous rapper is going to show up there. They're watching because they're there for the video games. If you went to a concert and Ninja was there, Ninja wouldn't be fucking noticed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Ninja's on the stage, nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
And that's what I'm saying. These guys are huge in their realm, and they're crossing over, and it's like, yeah, well, this is where he gets to say, shit like that to you, and you kind of gotta let it roll off the shoulder. You know what I mean?
I'll be like, yo, Ninja, I'm gonna find out where you live,
and he'll say the same thing to you because there's somebody in that chat. That's fucking probably crazier than fucking all those motherfuckers in there just
I know,
lurking. Because you know what? There's fucking 600,000 people in there. You have no
real
idea.
shit. It was probably some kids that already got both their address right now.
They're in the chat. Don't be making threats on Ninja's life. I'm serious. Like, who's in the chat doing this?
These
right
kids, dog, now, like you dog them, and they'll send you a message like you live at this address and all this shit.
Your IP address and shit.
I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out. You like, this little motherfucker is crazy.
And then he has like a fucking Google satellite picture.
That's why I'd rather just play on console. Damn.
Google satellite.
That's where it's at, dog.
Really?
Oh my god!
Guess I don't play enough Fortnite.
I was playing Division, and this dude came in and was like, "Hey, who lives at blank, 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 blank?" I was like, "Man, I'll fucking kill you."
Hey, the Division's weird though, because Division gets the proximity chat.
Yeah,
so
what
once
is
you get
up
close
with
to
that,
somebody,
dog?
once you get close to somebody, you get in their party, and you can start chatting with them. So if you're just fucking
Is that
around
what you leave
talking,
on? So it's like you're just
no, when you're
in
just
the
operating,
city?
yeah, when you're just
Oh,
out.
man.
So like if you get into a common area and then somebody passes by you, a little
That's
thing will come
awesome.
in and it'll drop into your chat.
That is like the coolest tiny little feature.
Bruh.
Well, that's
You
actually
don't get
so,
Well, it
such
becomes
a
huge because
Yeah,
you throw your
that
game up.
shit is insane
like-
because
And
they
on
start saying
console,
crazy shit.
But on console is the only place they get rid of it. On PC, a lot of games have
Oh.
proximity chats.
Oh, okay.
and, like even EverQuest
Guess I'm
back in
just
the
out of
day,
the loop.
like it was always like a chat, like you could type in chat, but like there was always a voice chat option in a lot of these games that when you just get close to somebody, you start chatting with them.
Yeah.
Like people were surprised when it wasn't in Destiny. And the reason why they did it, they're like, because console players are toxic.
You remember Fantasy Star?
A lot
Yeah.
of kids, because there's a lot of kids. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of kids. Not a lot of kids can afford $2,000 PCs to play games.
That's
on.
fair.
You know what I
Fantasy
mean?
Star Online. That was like a console game. That
Oh
was
yeah,
like that.
great one.
Yeah,
and
dog.
that game, wow,
man.
oh my god.
Yes.
I remember playing all of those. I love all the Fantasy
Me too,
Stars.
dog. They need to redo
But that one on
dog.
Dreamcast,
I didn't play
Man.
my
Fantasy
god,
Stars.
That was a game
whole,
changer, dog.
It was a whole new world because you were like, I'm on the
And that was like-
interwebs, I'm
bruh.
talking to people. Like
That was the first
weird.
time you
Oh,
ever
man, there were
able
just a
to-
bunch of
that was
strangers
the
over
community
mics.
right
yeah,
there,
it
dog.
was so crazy, and I remember playing Fantasy Star.
But that's the
is
gaming
such a good
community,
game.
though,
Yeah,
which is
but
kind of
Fantasy Star
funny. It's
Online
like this
on
whole
Dreamcast-
But do you remember
weirdly
how huge-
anonymous like
The
curtain.
base was huge, dog. You met, like, if you said, hey, I'm going to be at this place, your homie could literally show up to that place.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, here's my server
Right.
and all that shit. Everybody was on that server, dog.
Right, no,
it was
that's true.
insane.
It's very true. It was maybe because it wasn't because that games, especially that game, was like, if you told people you were playing that game, they're like, "Fucking, what's wrong with
Yeah,
you,
for
man?"
real, dog.
Because this is one of those dedication games to where like we talk about 100-hour games like they're nothing now. But if you told somebody you played 100 hours of a game when Dreamcast was out,
Yeah.
they'd
Yeah.
fucking
Think you're
think you're
nuts.
fucking poisoned or sick or you got to be exercised.
Like, just do your shit.
we
Have
need
you
a
been to
whole
the
priest
doctor
and a young
recently?
priest.
He's got a poo sock and he's pissing in water.
No. How many hours do you have to put in to actually have a poo sock?
Hey, honestly, I don't know, man. That's the thing, though, dog. It's
Like,
it's
100 hours a
trending.
week, 100 hours
It's trending.
day.
Like, the
Yeah,
Hey,
those
100
were
hours
cool
every
sock
100
talk.
hours.
Hey, dog.
Like,
Oh my
they talk about people that are sweaty. They said sweaty people got poo socks, dog. That's the whole game. If you're sweaty, you're not leaving your system. You're just shitting in a sock.
How could you ever go through it with yourself? How could you literally do that?
like for what
how
is it
could you
when
muster
two
up-
words just sound exactly
Just
what
shit
it
in the
looks
sock.
like?
like how hard is it just to like get on your party chat and be like, yo guys, I gotta take the dog outside, or if you don't want to tell them you gotta shit, make something up
Man,
and go take your shit.
I wouldn't even tell
Guys,
you.
like,
I would
you
just be
could-
like, I'll
check
be
it
back.
out.
Yeah, hey, you guys run this one without me, or
you
wait.
could stream your PlayStation on any device. You can just take it with you.
That's
at this
gross.
point.
Yeah, that
like,
is.
Is it grosser than a fucking poo sock? Why does that word exist?
Okay. I'm not saying I'm not.
They're both
comparing.
terrible.
I'm not comparing anything. But if you are
Look,
shitting,
let's
okay.
just go lesser of two evils, okay?
If you are shitting in a fucking sock rather than getting up from playing a video game and to take a shit in the bathroom in the toilet,
Come on, you're playing
then
a
you
cell
got
phone
issues.
game while you're
Then
taking
you got
a shit
issues.
right now.
If you got issues.
You know?
if you take your fucking controller in there with a fucking computer or whatever else it is that you need to fucking play on the
Why you
PlayStation,
shitting? You
that's
nasty,
all.
dog.
It's a fucking operation, dude. Your phone, like, it's in your pocket usually. You're like, dude, boom, boom. Like, I wash my phone off in the if I'm in.
I hope
not
you
my
watch
bathroom,
everything you use after
Not in
you
my
use the bathroom.
not in my bathroom, my own, because it's like, you know, it's fucking my bathroom. I look after it. I know it's fucking clean. It's somewhere else, dude. Yeah, the phone's sometimes not even coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
I see people that
I
are doing
don't
that in
think
public
these guys
places. I see
are-
people in fucking porta potties and shit with their
Oh,
phone out, and
man.
I'm like, yo, dude.
You got to touch
All right,
that all
all right.
day.
New
risky
topic.
play.
New topic.
Risky
Remember we
play,
were talking
brother.
about this game. It's called Fortnite.
Risky play.
Let me
brother.
tell you some weird shit in Fortnite. How about the superhero
They
crap?
got the weapon, the poo
There's
sock.
hidden. No, I think that's coming out in the next update. It's part
The
of you
poo
can-
sock emote?
It's
Oh my
it's
God.
it's what you do when you get the Infinity Gauntlet is you just poo sock everyone.
Oh my god, dog.
There's like hidden layers people are finding.
Yeah, there's a streamer's house.
Yeah,
there's a streamer's house. Yeah.
There's different
a-
superheroes and villains involved in this whole like mythos they're creating. There's hidden layers and shit people are finding,
Yeah,
and
the
like they're just
secret layer.
discovering
Like the
it,
villain
so-
house. Have you found that shit yet?
No, I haven't found any of it. I just found out about it.
Oh yeah. Well,
I played a lot of games. You know, I also played some Super
in
Hot,
the
and that
with
game
the
is
rocket
dope.
in the back.
no, it's called the villain house. It's where the stream house is. It's in that little neighborhood.
The stream house is by itself and outside of Shifty Shafts.
There's one
There's
outside
one,
of
too, in,
Lonely.
There's
what is
another
it?
stream house. though.
Lonely something.
Okay, well I'm just saying.
And what is that? Pleasant Park?
Yeah,
Is that where the house community is with the field and shit?
yeah,
Yeah, it's there.
You got some good DJs there.
yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the newer spots that like weren't there.
No,
Like the secret layer
there's
in the
it's under a
backside
house.
in the backside of fucking
the mansion.
Snobby, built into the mountain of Snobby, the secret layer with the rocket out of it.
Yeah.
Like
Is that
those
where like
places.
that guy's weird basement is in Snobby?
Well, it's not
Because
a
there's the one.
basement.
Well, there's the one house in Snobby Shores. It's like
modern house.
You break the
Yeah,
break
the-
the
yeah, that's
armoire,
always
and then
been
there's
there.
like the. But is that where the layer is?
No,
No.
it's up there
Oh,
on the
no,
hill
okay.
to the left.
Where that
the North
mansion
Hill.
is.
Come
from
on,
there.
that's got to be a creepy.
And then the
villain spot.
mansion. No, the mansion's
That's
on the
just
other
modern
side.
house.
The mansion's directly on the other side.
So
Okay.
wait a minute, the mansion? It's not in the bottom of the mansion?
The bottom of the mansion, the secret
Did you
layer.
say the
that's
mansion
in
at the
ba-
bottom of the mansion?
That's
We got mansions on mansions here?
yeah, dude. There's a mansion on top of the
Oh,
mansion.
man.
No, there's a secret layer on the mansion that's accessible by parachute only, unless you build down there like a psychopath. Back in and puts you underneath the mansion.
Oh shit!
And
I
what,
just beat out
how
the
do
fool.
you escape that? What
Yeah.
the fuck do you do at that point? You're not in like.
You
Yeah,
can
you go
build up.
underneath and
You
there's
just-
traps. I mean, there's treasure under there and everything. It's a whole
Okay,
other
but
place.
how do you get back up?
You just
You build
knock
up.
you just knock yourself up. You break down the roof. Like you can you could break down into the basement.
Yeah,
but
I
you
normally
can
go through the house.
like
right?
what I'm
Oh,
saying is
okay,
so
you
you
can
can land
stay-
there and
okay,
so
I
they
get
will
it now, I
virtually
get it.
not know that you're there because you didn't break anything or touch
Yeah.
anything and now you're underneath them.
Yeah.
But here's a glitch inside the mansion on the first floor. If you set a trap on the floor, it sets it on the roof in the basement underneath. And I know this because I got killed that way
Fuck.
by doing it. Yeah, it worked. I was like, "Where'd my trap
Why are
go?"
you applauding?
I was
that,
like, "Where'd
Saint?
my trap go?"
That's some
I
trash.
I was losing my mind. I was like, the game just played me. I just set a trap and it fucking disappeared. And then it goes shing and get somebody. And I was like, they're underneath us. Break the wall. Sure as shit. Guy's right there. Fucking killed them. It's awesome.
That's pretty tight.
It wasn't
Damn,
tight because
that
I was
is-
like, if that were me, I'd be so heated
But
right now.
the deep-rooted like mansion on mansion shit that you just threw out
Yeah,
there.
it's a double mansion. Man.
That's nuts.
Yeah, there's like
That's a lot.
a
Do you
layer of
remember
a
the
mansion
guy's
layer.
It's
name
in
who died that
Snobby
way?
Shores. It's already the rich fucking
No, I
side
don't
of town,
get the
and you just
names.
bought two mansions on top
I only
of
know
each other?
one name recently of a guy that I killed, and that's just because the sniper was so dirty.
Hey, yo, that's dog. All bullshit aside, I got dog like that today.
Well, I mean, it happens.
That's why I'm wondering, was that you guys? Because you guys was playing.
I hope not.
I hope so. Why,
I walked
why?
in,
Hey, what
I
walk
mean,
I
you would have
did?
seen the name, and I think you'd recognize Dutch Master coming across your screen.
Normally, when people pop up on my screen, I'm
I
like,
don't
you
pay
fucking
any-
bitch, you motherfucker.
I don't pay any attention.
And I'm already
most of the time,
leaving.
Yeah, I don't. I really
Oh,
don't
man.
pay attention.
Dutch
at
is saying
all.
he just rolled you like you're nothing.
Hey,
How does
that's-
that
I'm
kinda
curious.
how it
I
was.
do.
Oh,
I'm
man.
going to be 100% honest with you. When I play or when I watch people's videos or their Instagram or whatever it is that I'm on,
Yeah.
I look for my name sometimes because I'm like, dude, this looks awfully familiar.
Yeah, dog, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was like,
that-
dude, I got
just
sh- I got
described
killed.
that
Can I
He
throw
did
something
that,
out
dog.
there? 7. How many millions of players we got going right now in this game? I think something happens more than once. I'm just gonna Samsonite you there.
Okay, well, I'm just saying
Crazy,
that
crazy way of making a profit.
there is always a chance.
I know.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
So-
fair for like real specific.
was at the-
Sorry for dreaming.
I'm asking because
Sam.
it was at the mansion, right?
Jeez, just hit us with a little bit of reality there.
Oh
brother.
damn!
Okay,
I'm
Shit
sorry
was
for
wild,
dropping
dog.
that. Like,
Fuck, man.
oh,
Don't fucking talk about your
man.
dreams.
I'll leave.
Aaron Brown Sam.
Dream killer.
Mr. Reality Check over here.
Boom.
All right, let's get back on track.
Sometimes life happens.
Rock, you're going to like this one. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. You ready for a big update?
Yes, sir.
New fighting mode, co-op mode,
Yeah.
Fighter Z,
I've been
Fighters
excited since
Cup
I heard
mode or
this.
whatever it is.
Vegito, dog.
Oh,
We
yeah.
forgot
Are we
Vegito.
are we hype?
Is
Are
it,
we?
it's like
Yeah.
SSGSS
I can't
Vegito?
wait- Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this shit, dog.
We had 2 gods. Now we made them 1 god.
And we need to do a tournament, though.
Yo, soul is mine.
Co-op mode though, like when I was
Oh
in
yeah,
the
Rock,
Smash
you want to do a
community-
tournament? Do a tournament, bro.
Yeah.
Let's do it, dog.
When I was in the Smash community, there was like this whole wave of people doing side matches of clan battles, like 3-on-3s.
Clan fights.
And I am so excited that like Dragon Ball Fighters is gonna have 3-on-3s. That's kind of a dope mode.
No, shut up.
So the patch
Yeah.
rolls out
I
on
just love the game.
Wednesday,
Wait a minute, it's that soon?
the 9th.
Like getting rolled, now you can get rolled with your friends.
So it's a new competition called the Fighter Z Cup. It's a monthly competition. I'm not sure. I didn't play it so much. Your Z Union. It gives you points to that.
You have to pay
So is
Z
there like a
fees to your
faction?
Z Union.
So is that like a faction within inside of it? Like
So
Mortal
like a
Kombat
Z
did
tax
that, right? You know what I
deductible?
mean?
It's just like the Z bucks, but the ones that are for like the exotic type gear.
The Hercule ones,
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what that is.
the like coin.
So there's also some buffs for Krillin.
All right, Krillin.
Uh,
I didn't hear about his buffs at all.
It's now he'll always throw a rock for a Z assist instead of players. It says unless players are inputting left when he appears on the screen, and the duration of his Z assist hit stun has been increased. So basically, his Z
So it's
assist
a
was
bigger
garbage.
stun.
Super
I don't-
Saiyan
Oh,
Blue-
okay. I see what
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah,
I
I
see.
get
When he would jump out when you called him
Right,
in. Yeah,
exactly. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give you a 3 attack has been tweaked to make it easier to grab an opponent, while recovery frame of Beerus down medium attack has been reduced.
Good.
That's good.
Eurus is so OP, dog. You can just link all his fucking big attacks nonstop. Boom,
Takes care of a lot of
boom,
Yeah,
bugs.
Beerus
boom,
trolls
boom.
a lot.
Yeah,
of
it's like,
shit.
come on, dog.
God, it looks like
It's like
taking
how
care
you
of a lot
want
of
Cell's
big
special
bugs.
to work, but it never goes quite
Yeah,
as
but
good.
Beerus shit is just like it's glitched.
Well,
or something.
Cell's got that one like around him blast.
Yeah,
That's like the same. It's a bigger
It's
orb
like
than
70
Beerus's,
it's like-
but it hits fucking nothing
it's
sometimes.
like 17 shit.
The patch notes though can be found. All of the notes can be found on Bandai Namco's website, so you guys can get into that because there's a shit ton of bugs that they went over. They list a
Look,
couple
if you're
of them.
counting
but
your frames
some
on
of
this
them
game,
look
you know
a
more
lot.
than me right now.
some of them will look
Seriously.
like a lot, a big deal.
But that shit makes all the
Booyah,
difference.
Muchas gracias.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Sam, you say you got you had some additional things you wanted to add on to
I threw all those videos out there.
through the vids out.
But like, what was that one thing I just saw?
what was it?
Quantum Break 2. Did you guys play Quantum Break?
9.
No,
We got rumors that that 2's in pre-production.
Did
So
you like
I-
one?
Little thing. I just thought it looked beautiful, but I never played it.
yeah, it looked good. I
It
can't
looked
even bullshit you
insanely
on that.
good.
It looked
I mean,
really
hey,
good,
look
but
at Detroit.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great game.
That's right.
It looks great.
Because it
Frontline.
looks
That's right.
fucking great. Like you want to
It looks
discover
fucking
that whole
awesome,
world
man. On the
because it's so well
the
made.
4K-ness is nice on.
I was playing on a
Detroit.
monitor, so
You gonna get it?
I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm sick and strong. Staying, got them.
It's not my.
I got them both.
It's not
tucked
my
here, if
game
you know what I
style,
mean.
but it was. I'm like it's. It's gonna be a great game, but it's not my style of game.
Yeah, but and then the 4K thing. I actually recently was able to get a device that allows me to play my 4K, but also have like a 1080 support on it for the Elgato for game recovery, and it's been the best little.
Like a converter.
Yeah, it's been they used to not make them. They didn't make them, and now they make them. And this thing is a
I thought the
doozy.
Elgato was 4K now.
No, it's 1080. Well, okay, they didn't have a 4K one.
Not enough
And then
people
they
are
just
buying 4K
yeah,
TVs.
exactly. Well, and the whole thing streaming in 4K. It's great to get 4K video feed, like the capture.
But man, that's a lot of data.
But the
and it's
stream,
a lot of
well,
bandwidth.
Let's talk about it. Even when we were doing 1080 streams, we are only really sending maybe 6 megabytes of information. So that's compressed. The compression on that is fucking ridiculous. So you're not even seeing it really at that great. So 1080, 30 frames per second is really, it's bad. It's not that great. You want to get 60 frames in there, at least on any stream feed, because...
But the number of people that are actually getting like 30 megs per second on their devices at home.
But let's talk about,
megs,
let's talk about that even as well. You got 4K, no one's watching at 4K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless
you buy a fucking movie if you're getting 4K.
Let's say they're at home, you're watching 4K and you got the setup, but you're on mobile, you're not watching 4K. You're on your Surface, you're not watching 4K. You're going to watch 1080 at your best at home, and then if you're away, you're going to probably tone that down to 720.
And like even most streamers, it's not even worth it to make the jump because most people are going to stream in that lower quality.
On a video, 4K video is like hundreds of megabytes, per second that it's processing, right? There's 30 40 gigs on
I don't
there.
have a T1 connection, so
your upload, literally no. Well,
that's some real shit, dog.
The upload speed on Twitch right now is 5 megabytes per second for 720p, 60 frames per second. It's only 5. That's it. You think a 720 file video that's 6 hour longs is going to be fucking 5 megabytes?
Not at all, dog.
And you think the information when it's ran on a disk is only going to move at 5 megabytes per second? No, it's moving at 4 times, 5 times that.
You rent out a movie theater and you allow people to just go watch you play on that screen, and then you do it live.
That's a hell of a production.
That is
Dutchmaster, you're wrong.
You just watch it. I
got a theater near my spot.
You just get a theater, right? And you're like, we're gonna stream. It's a live stream, and it's just them watching you live stream your game to the internet. So it's just you fucking on your game, dude. It's the whole fucking stadium behind you.
But they could see it live.
Right. They're watching you
live stream your live show while you live.
You motherfuckers don't knock it off right now.
I mean, I might even just live stream
Look,
that.
Fortnite's got mansions on mansions. You got to give it its respect.
Got it.
And there's no other way than live on live.
That's as live as you can get. It doesn't get much more live than that.
I can't argue it.
You can't argue that, exactly. So
coming to a theater near, probably not you.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
Probably nowhere.
Probably not. Let's take a little break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk.
Oh, so much.
Probably
news.
the biggest news, I'd say, on our list. The Destiny 2 DLC, Warmind. Will it do its job?
Will it blend?
The stump is coming, dog.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out soon. But we're going to talk about that next. The Plug Gaming, DFZRadio.com. We'll be back.
All the drip, I got all the dab, all the dab. I got all the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab on me, got all the drip on me. I got all the dab on me, all the drip on me. I got all the dab, all the dab, all the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab, all the dab. I got all the drip, all the drip. Throw the bitch a whole nother bean. Got a moonwalking like she Billie Jean. She say she on 3, that's trip team. Say she on 3, that's trip team. And I'm fucking around and hit 3 niggas. Goddamn shawty, that's trippin'. 40 hanging out a nigga denim jean. 40 hanging out a nigga denim jean. And I'm kicking shit, no bully. She walked in the bed like screw me. But I pat down my foolie. I used to be bro, didn't know me. Swift with me, I ain't talking boom game. Me and everybody hit the motherfucking floor. Got a rollie on my wrist, couple hundreds on my feet. I'm a shilly bitch, you already know. Late night in the church with the killer gorillas and thug niggas in the motherfucking crease. And I'ma throw the D real for a little nigga. And you know that your bitch the receiver. Nigga ain't gon' win on the beater. Make the whole stand still black beater. Bitch, you fly them motherfucking eagle. Bitch, you fly them motherfucking eagle. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab, all the dab. Got all the drip, all the drip. Got all the dab on me. Got all the drip on me. I got all the dab on me. All the drip on me. I got all the dab, all the dab. All the drip, all the drip. I got all the dab, all the dab. I got all the drip, all the drip. Get your man down, since sunshine. I run the south side, my sun up the sundown. We can put them friends up, put them guns down. Or we can put them guns on which way you want now. Get it with the bird, button down. Blue fade rollers and them diamonds on bust down. Had it bad, you better hush now. Hey, bitch, I been dabbing, bitch, I been having. got it much now. I ran on the rad, that's a touchdown. I move full, good as shit go. So the dick so long, she caught the hit go. I one thing God for New Year. Hey, I pour that act in the motherfucking roof. This a new year on the coupe. I look up and I ain't her roof. And I kiss shit, no fever. My pockets swell up like the measles. I pull up and pop at your people. Patrolling the spot with the heater. Don't say no name, I got amnesia. I lick it and leave on the teaser. No second, no, I can't repeat it. I told her Michael Jackson beat it. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip. Got all this dab on me. Got all this drip on me. Got all this dab on me. All this drip on me. I got all this dab, all this dab. All this drip, all this drip. I got all this dab, all this dab. Got all this drip, all this drip.
Riding down the west coast, candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby, the Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans, get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potents. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean, just west coasting through the coast, with the potion, and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass and titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. California, 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 yeah, the county of LA. California, California, Compton, California, yeah, the city where I was raised. Second son of Easy E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the loot sheet. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family or cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in a pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1. California, yeah, the county of LA. California, California, California. What else can I say? California, A, in the county of LA. Just me and Mary J. As the world keeps spinning, like gold 100 spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Easy E and Pac? Motherfuck the cops. I drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It's another summer night and about to get the dipping. It's California, A, got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself, it's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed, won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets. Cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry. Models and groupies, we film in a movie. It's a a motion picture. Everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the case, and we spit it big faces. California, 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 yeah, the Cali everywhere. California, California,
And I don't hold up shit. You know what I mean?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey. So like
Remember, Guardian.
we
Only
had to-
champions are born in the fires of Crucible.
that's you know where we're at. You know where we're at. It's time to talk some Destiny 2, y'all.
Let's get it, dog.
It's been a little while.
We've been waiting, man.
It comes up often, but it's always a heated debate. Not necessarily like a heated debate. We all agree on it, but it's just like a weird place for this game right now.
It's a weird
terrible
place for this
for
game.
it.
And yeah, terrible place. I guess like we could just throw that shit down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow we get the thing we paid for it
Yes.
1 year ago, about almost.
And honestly, yeah. And let's talk about that.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about
let's
paying for the DLC, pre-purchasing,
You like that, Rock? That's my description.
and then you know. So to this point, because of the way that I play the game, I have gotten enough out of what I've paid for. For the DLC individually, I played the shit out of the Curse of Osiris. I played the shit out of the core of the game.
I got a lot of time in for
A lot
like
of time.
solid month.
So it's great.
Just like I felt.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost killed me, so I know.
Yeah.
I
We know how
got
you
some
feel
good
about
hours
it.
in.
We know how you feel about it.
Got some really good hours.
So, with this coming out, and I know how a lot of people feel.
But still no poo sock.
I know a lot of. I know how a lot
My
of people
bathroom's
feel.
right there. I don't need to go to the sock, man.
I do know how a lot of people feel about saying how they might feel they got ripped off, or this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way. If you play a certain amount of the game, I think then you get your value from it. If it keeps you playing forever and ever, then even so much that's like that hidden value in it that you don't ever really expect to get, but if you get it, it's great.
Yeah.
That came with Destiny 1. We thought that would come with Destiny 2.
Wrong.
Well, we were wrong. Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't feel cheated.
I don't feel cheated either.
But-
I love the
but-
game. It almost killed me.
I think that we could have been given more. We could have had that same experience. All those things. We've said it 1,000 times.
Can I make a stab at something?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you already knew how to beat Destiny, if you will.
Yeah. I mean,
You knew like in that sort of sense.
like I don't want that part of it. I didn't even want it to change. It's the
okay.
stuff that
They
is
changed.
in-
It's the
in
stuff that
it.
they changed.
Yeah,
But
like,
see, look,
like the stuff
I
that
had
they
a
go away, the
heated debate
perks,
too,
all that
though.
type of stuff, which made the game. It's just there wasn't the content wasn't there. It wasn't there. It was lacking. That is the thing. It's lacking
Right.
on PvE.
But this
Well,
is
they're
the problem.
competing against a game that had 3 years of content.
Yeah, but dude, even
So-
in the first the Crucible,
Yeah.
dude, you guys put it into two fucking selections. Who does that?
But this is what I'm saying.
Babies.
I was talking to this kid today online. He was talking about Destiny. He was like,
Right.
he loves it. Like he played 1 and 2, and he loves them both. And I was telling him how I felt about part 2, like how it fell short for me. And he was like, him and his friends, and this is kids, and this is some kid that like I've been playing with for like a year, and I didn't even know he was a kid. He never had a mic, but he just got one. But he straight up told me that at school that they talk about that. Some people feel like, this is the best way to put it, if they released the exact same game and just added shit to it, would you not feel like it was a ripoff to you? It wasn't a new game?
Dude, no. I mean, like, honestly, if you would have said
It's
it's
like, why not
$60 for the Destiny
Expansion.
Destiny 1 expansion, fucking Curse of Osiris,
That's what I'm
and told me
saying.
it was $60, I probably would have felt a whole lot better about it, buying it, because I would know that those core things that I love stayed intact, and now I'm just getting to experience the story of
They
Curse
could
of
have just
Osiris.
kept wowing
But
this
see,
game and kept it going as
that's
just
where the argument
expansions.
comes from. They're
So you
saying
can continuously
they
carry
felt
what you
like-
love and see what you knew.
They really felt
new.
like it should have just Destiny 2 shouldn't have even came out. It should have
Yeah.
been nothing but DLC.
They should have done what their original idea was, and that
Now,
was to have a
didn't
7-year
they
or
build
10-year
the engine
game
from the
called
ground
Destiny.
up for Destiny 2?
Destiny was supposed to be a 7-year game.
Okay.
That's what it was intended as. And guess what we're getting? We're getting Destiny's
We're getting
7-year game.
AAA titled.
We're getting
and corporate
Destiny's
decisions,
7-year
it sounds like,
7-year
mostly.
game, but split into their fucking failures of it. They're like, oh, we think we failed on Destiny 1 because the community was competitive, because you made a competitive game that you didn't intend to, and people made it competitive, and now you've basically nuked all of those things about it. So you literally cut off an entire competitive community of Destiny, whether it was esports or not. People literally loved the game so much they made their own events.
This is the big deal. This is something too.
So how do you go? But how do you go from that to this, and then now you're understanding that you did do that, and now you're trying to fix it. But here, what we're talking about now. Let's just talk about this now.
Yeah.
Them with this new DLC.
Yeah, this is a good changeover point.
Is the money going to be well spent? Is
Exactly
it going to
what you said, first thing.
Are you going to
Private
feel,
matches.
Exactly. Are you going to feel ripped off, regardless of whether how you wanted it to be? All that stuff's done. Let's just talk about here, now, and the future. Is this shit going to work for them?
I think.
Is-
Well, here's a
will-
decent consumer
will-
response.
will-
You've already given up to a degree that you already spent your money a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm going to try it out.
So, like, most people bought the season pass. And so, like, we're at this point where I spent my money. I got my money's worth. I had a ton of fun doing that game. I'm excited for a bunch of new content.
Yeah,
I'm excited for, like, okay, so here's where we're at in Bungie's, like, PR version of what we've seen from them and their acknowledgement of what this train has been like, because they have acknowledged the gameplay issues to a large degree publicly now. They have now put a lot of focus in different areas, and they've been rolling it out. And the movement update is a great update. The recent updates have all been good updates. We all agreed that the guns weren't powerful enough.
It's been
They
slowly
looked
getting
at that,
there.
yeah. And then now they're giving the big change to exotics. Their whole point is exotics becoming exotic. That's the goal out of all of them, is to pump them all up to a stupid degree like the colony is. Because a colony is an exotic weapon. It's a fucking troll people. It is so good. It's exotic. You can only pick one weapon. But then everything
I love
needs to meet
thing. I
that
can't even
scale.
bullshit you, man.
I hate it.
I think it's the funniest gun ever made, man.
The tractor can's way funny.
Look,
you can't
it's just
escape it.
I loved it
You can't
before I
escape it.
knew what it was, just because it was
You
such a
can't
cool
escape
thing. I pulled it pretty early in.
I got it the
of
first day it came out.
but
used
we're
it
getting a
twice.
whole bunch of new
We got
exotics
Dismantle.
What?
on top of getting
Fuck
it.
out of here, dog.
I can go get it whenever I want from the fucking vault. I don't need
Oh
that
yeah,
thing
you're right.
taking
You
up
don't need it
space,
just
man.
taking up space. You're right.
And here's the thing: you can now rediscover every weapon through Masterwork Core challenges. So every exotic is supposed to get more dope after beating certain challenges, and then other updates as well. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
On top of that, new exotics. Did you look at the video?
I did.
We have a first exotic sword. And
Exotic sword, a
it
sleeper
looks
stimulant
super
shotgun.
there was that one that's called the Huckleberry.
What the fucking?
I wasn't
exotic
sure if it was
sword?
an auto rifle or an SMG, but
They had an exotic sword in Destiny, so
we got an exotic sword
Kinda
now
weird,
coming.
You know, I
Like,
got
why they
into it
didn't have
late
one.
though. You know,
I know it's kind of weird they didn't have one in this, but yeah, like new campaign, new weapons and
Oh
armor.
yeah, we're stepping through this. We can
I
go
mean,
on.
no, we're gonna go on. We're gonna listen to
Yeah.
them all. We're gonna just go
All
over
right,
it. New
so-
Crucible maps. Okay, that's of
new
course
Crucible
coming.
maps that is free DLC to everyone, even if you didn't buy it.
Yeah.
That's good to point out. See, they're addressing. That's a big deal that they address that.
So
They
Mars is
must
going
have
to
talked
be
to the leaders of the community.
I'm telling you, you know
Mars
what they
is
really
gonna
need to
be-
fucking do is give the next full raid they come out with for free.
full free.
They don't
Free
do
rates.
There is. This is the new mode. It's called Escalation Protocol
I'm excited
mode.
about this.
8
8
It's the
levels
Court
or
of
7
Aurochs,
levels of Horde.
Archon's Forge. Remember where I would take you into Rock and we'd go through those the succession of challenges, and then the guys would like come out of the orb, and then we'd go put in the stone, and then it would like do a ritual to bring out a certain difficulty, and then like that would base our rewards. So something like that, and that's a common area that you can.
Oh, they're bringing
be
that shit back.
exploring. Yeah, you can be exploring by
This
yourself.
is part of the new area, this exact one?
No, it's not. No, this is just from Destiny 1. This is the
Okay.
idea that they're using.
Okay.
It's a common
Just
area.
another vision, yeah.
It's an open area that you get through exploration, so you don't have to be in a squad, a fire team. You could be by yourself and potentially meet other people there doing the same thing, and then work with them
And
while
it's a
not
big,
being in a fire
it's
squad.
supposed to be a
That shit
big
was
scaling
tight, bro.
Horde
Exactly,
thing. Yeah.
exactly. And this
That
is
shit
what we
was
were talking
tight.
about.
With like
What
unique
we were
bosses
talking
that
about.
cycle every week.
Exactly, and this
I
is what
remember,
we're talking about.
He brought me straight to the shit that I barely knew how to jump.
Yeah. Okay, but this is what I'm talking about when I say Destiny 1 stuff into Destiny 2.
Coming
that isn't
back.
necessarily Destiny 1 stuff, though. This is just this idea of what we've seen in plenty of video games. Common areas that have challenges that are harder to do individually. Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right? This is what Phantasy Star Online was. You would go to a dungeon, people would already be in that dungeon, except for there would be a boss there that you couldn't beat solo.
Yeah,
so
everybody
you'd have
had
to
to
have people
work.
there.
Yeah.
And you would find these people just wandering around in the area, hopefully hoping that they're going to go do the same thing as you. And then when they are, you team up. It works. Sometimes they leave early. Sometimes you stay. Sometimes you just get guys floating in, new guys every time, and it's always fresh and changing. But
I haven't seen
You know
this
what I
yet.
mean?
Are we getting our fucking sparrows in this new thing? I know I'm first world problem on that one, but like, can we get the sparrows
Yeah,
back?
honestly, no. That's a serious fucking issue, 'cause I want my fucking sparrow. I got all these dope
okay,
ass
let's
sparrows that I can't even
talk
buy.
Come
about
on,
let's talk
man.
about a move like that. Is
Yeah.
that move is right in hands with what they've done with Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. They just took stuff away from you.
Yeah.
They did it in the DLC. Here's a new place to explore, but you can't have your fucking sparrow.
Yeah, that shit was dumb, dog.
Retarded.
But at the same time,
bad decision making.
that fucking place is so small.
So Mars is the new place.
It's super
Can
small.
I ask a dumb
It's a
question?
new region on Mars.
Never mind. Fuck it. Yeah.
New and improved exotics. We already
yeah.
talked about that.
That was a
Okay, here's a
Graviton
great
Lance
one.
question.
The Apotheus Veil is a really good exotic from Destiny 1 that they're bringing back. And that's what I mean.
But they're bringing a gun back. They're not giving a new gun. They didn't
No,
design
this is
something.
this
that
is
can-
armor. There's
Oh,
armor.
okay.
All
Oh,
sorts of
okay.
armor is coming back that's from Destiny 1
cool.
into
okay.
Destiny 2. The Armortarium for the Titan where you get dual grenades. It's part of the armor perk instead of using it in your
Is it exotic or is
Yep,
it just
it's exotic.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
okay.
the perk
So it's-
is you get 2 additional grenades rather than you have to select a certain class for that. So
That's
now
kinda
you can
tight,
go off and
dog.
be the other class and still get 2 grenades.
That's
that's
okay.
tight.
These
'cause
are the
for
things
the
that we're
warlock.
talking
That
about.
was a for the warlock. That's one of their exotic items.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
Starfire Protocol, which they
Yeah.
brought back, but they didn't bring this one back. Whatever, you know
Okay.
what I mean? And that's
I'm just making
that's now
connections.
a ways that you can basically get class attributes or class perks through your armor and then switch your classes. So you can get a different type of perk while still keeping 2 grenades.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
Awesome.
So yeah,
These are simple things.
A lot
that
of balancing
that you
items,
bring
a lot
from
of-
Destiny 1 that literally will play completely different in your game Destiny 2, but are still viable, and they're not necessarily like rip-offy where we're like, oh, why'd you bring that back? That's lazy. That's
you're
a
already
great
like, why'd you
fucking-
take this shit away?
Exactly,
Give it
because
back.
that's a great fucking, I mean, like it's a great perk. It's a great armor set, chest plate. So probably, in my opinion, the parts that are lacking the most in Titans for exotics, they don't have that many great chest plates. It's usually arms or legs that are good for them, or their helmet.
We have a whole new enemy type.
New
The
enemies.
Ice Hive.
Man, they look tight
Ice
as
Hive,
fuck,
new
dog.
strikes.
That's
So
what
new
this
strikes.
new public event thing too is.
Hey, quick question:
Yeah,
Are they
new
going to
raid
bring
layer?
Master Chief into this game or something? Dog?
New raid
'Cause
layer. They can't.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, I
They
feel
sold
like
the rights to Master Chief.
I feel like
long
these
ago.
exist in the same universe. I feel like the same universe.
No,
is,
trip
is
this,
at
trip
play
this.
just
here.
saying,
Okay,
dog.
trip this.
They're in the same universe like a motherfucker, dog.
Trip this though.
Clear as day.
Trip this shit though. They are in Halo 5. They're called Guardians.
I know, dog.
Yeah.
That's what.
They sold them the whole story, and then Halo is their rendition, the original rendition of Bungie, and then Bungie made their new version of Halo and called it Destiny 2. Or Destiny, excuse me. And you know, like Bungie's first game, Halo, was supposed to be a
conspiracy's real.
fucking written script game that got turned into a first-person shooter that we know and love called Halo.
Yeah.
So that was their first game's idea and what it turned into. And so you could see the similarities in those games, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And where Bungie kind of like kept intact what they could by changing, and
I
then
mean, like, we
changing
still
it
get the
was
hive,
not
dog.
How many
Similar.
hives we got now?
Yeah, dog.
Right.
It's still the hive, dog, and they
Exactly.
be wilding like a motherfucker.
right. Exactly. So we all can see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
They probably do a screech and
here's my biggest issue with the DLC, and it was the same with the last one: the raid layer.
yeah. Let's.
This better be the fucking dopest raid layer ever,
It won't be.
ever.
It's a
Otherwise,
dungeon.
I'm gonna be mad.
It's not gonna be it's not gonna be as much of a puzzle.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Not
It's gonna
as,
be a raid layer.
The next fucking raid free, full raid free.
I really think it's about to be
Hashtag
stupid,
full raid
dog.
free. Everyone in the world. Just we all want Destiny to be dope. That's their way of giving back
it's
because
gonna
they're
be a
like, hey, we
straight
fucked
line
up a
to
bit.
You're gonna walk through one
Okay, that
door
doesn't
and get
even go
straight
live.
to
That
the
goes
raid.
live on Friday. So the raid that's Friday night.
Yeah.
That's Friday night. Hype.
Now, you were saying something about the emote wheel not coming out tomorrow.
I
And
don't
I'm
think
sorry
it is.
for threatening your life.
Yeah, I mean, you did do that.
I'm working on this.
You did do that. I was like, it's not me, man. I just read this shit.
Look, I just get emotional sometimes.
So this is a thing that I'm super stoked about. Now,
Okay.
I might be confused here.
What is it?
I'm already pretty sure the return is. Okay, so the sleeper stimulant, they say it's coming back, but I was
Oh,
under
yeah,
the
so-
impression that it's going to be a shotgun.
That I don't know
But it
about.
says here, it says it's going to be listed as a
But
fusion rifle.
When I read about them,
So this is an exotic quest.
yeah.
Where you
So
get a quest, you get a special quest that will, in the end of it, you'll get an exotic gun from it. And these were
yeah.
wildly popular in Destiny 1.
Dog, we busting that shit out same
They
day,
acknowledged
dog.
it-
Because the Thorn hand cannon, which is like one of the best exotics with the fucking damage over time,
You have to fucking
trickle damage from poison. With the it
Damn.
was great. It was a great fucking weapon, and these are the types of things that are missing. There's no exotic like that.
Well, that's the
That's
goal
even
of this.
close to
Is
that.
every exotic
The
is supposed
exotics
to
don't
feel
feel
exotic.
exotic.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're just,
and
you
that's
know.
I mean that's the whole point of everything coming up. Like
And they
one of
should
the
drop way
major
less.
things about this update. All the leaks that
I
they've
shouldn't be
given,
getting all the exotics.
all the leaks they've been given is like, here's the new Graviton Lance. Here's the new Sunburner's Oath. Here's the new this. Like, so
Dude,
the
the
idea.
new Borealis video.
I got cheesed one time, and it was the funniest thing. It was like, here's the new Sunshot, and it was like 2 minutes of you watching this guy run around with the sunshot out and not firing a single thing, and then he fires one, and it just cuts to a cheesy like nuclear explosion scene. Like trolled so hard, I was pissed. I upvoted it.
So there is not only there's these new secrets, there's new stuff to collect, new items to collect.
Yeah.
In Destiny, they had the dead ghosts, they had these calcified fragments, they had another collectible. Basically, if you collected them all, it would give you a quest line for another fucking like hidden exotic weapon or gun that like was very raid specific. For instance, they give you God, I'm drawing a blank already. They give you this one auto rifle, right? Where when it has a full chamber, right, you can fire unlimited amount of weapons or bullets, right? Or when it has a full chamber, if you don't reload, you'll keep firing bullets nonstop, but it will take your life, right? It will start to bleed in
It's
life
like
from
blood
you.
tinge.
Like blood tinge, exactly. Okay, so it's like How effective is that? Am I going to take it to the point where I just kill myself, which is possible? People have done it, where they just don't really pay attention and they kill themselves.
That's funny.
However, in the raid of the Taken King, there's a spot on a platform that if you do everything right, it will basically buff you to where you don't lose life. So you then, in
healing
theory,
rift, if that would
okay,
like,
but there's
which
no
would
healing
mean?
rift in Destiny 1, so it
Destiny
was
1.
like
Oh, okay.
activated in the raid. You had to do certain things in the raid properly, and then you'd get put in this shield and then buffed. And then if you had this gun, you could literally just shoot forever. And it was if everybody had it, the raid parts, that part was just the simplest part. But the thing is, you had to do all this stuff outside of the raid in order to get that weapon to bring it into the raid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So people weren't really getting it because it was hard to get, and it's not necessarily just told to you how to get it. But that's the thing. It was an exotic. It was super exotic. It was hard to get. It was hard to find. It was hard to be good to use it. It was very conditional.
I love
but
that
in
you
all those
got
conditions are
so
right.
in depth on that exact thing because when
Because
I
this
was
is what it's
reading
missing.
about this, what is it? What is it called again? The stimulus. What is it?
The sleeper stimulus.
Sleeper stimulus. Okay. So when I read about it, the specific thing that article was talking about on that topic was like, we are addressing the issue that there is not these hidden quest items. And this idea of like you got to discover in it, and they specifically like that was a specific thing about it. So, it's good to see that they addressed that and they're bringing that back because that's the discovery that's missing. Simple enough.
Yeah.
And like exactly as you went into detail on, like you were passionate about the gun that you fucking earned. In that degree.
That's kind of where my issue is because
the Legend of Acreus is a gun like that. I mean, like shit, I still haven't built it completely.
This fool brought me in and was like, when I played the first one, he brought me in and was like taking me on all this crazy shit. And he
On a
was
magic
like,
carpet ride, would you say?
Like straight up, he was like, "This is how."
That's the name.
have
I'm
to
sorry. The name is Touch of Malice. That's the name of the auto rifle.
Oh,
and look at it. And look at this fucking auto rifle too. And tell me that that's not the most badass auto rifle you could get in the game. This orb spins as you start
That
to
thing is
take
like
damage.
Yeah.
And look at how fucking.
It looks like
let's just look
some
at
like
some of these
really
ones.
creepy bioengineering.
Like the Necrochasm.
I like that way. Go down. Go down.
The first curse. The
That-
Dreg's Promise.
Damn. Those are
The
exotic
Pocket
weapons.
Infinity. The Nemesis Star.
All right.
Patience and Time.
All right. You're
Ace
showing
of
me. Are you
Spades.
showing everybody?
Hereafter.
Or are you just hitting me
Bull
with
in
the zone?
Gemini.
Basically,
No
this
Land
was
Beyond.
taking me straight through.
Sorry.
He took me straight through and had me doing all of this crazy shit. And I'm like, what am I doing? He's like, dog, trust me, we doing the grind. So we was just doing like this crazy ass circuit, bouncing from this
I
place.
hope the Rat
to
Pack
that
How
place.
much more
dope.
live was
Yo,
it?
I hope
we
there's
was
a
fucking
a
killing
good
this.
reason to use
Oh
the
my
Rat
God,
Pack.
man, it was insane. Dog.
Rat King gun was something that was one of those
That shit
challenges.
was a bust.
You
dog.
had to
the Rat
earn
King
the
was
Rat
a
King.
bust.
But so here's the thing. Tomorrow you've got this wonderful moment of technically try out every single exotic you've owned over again for guns.
True.
Because every one of them has changed. You have to assume that. That's what they said. And that is like, there's also this whole masterwork thing. So every gun is going to have its own masterwork unlock that is, you have to beat a challenge with that gun to get the masterwork. So that's a good way of building on what already exists and giving people what they want.
Okay.
I'm excited to like, you get to go earn shit with your gun. It makes your exotic, and you have to do something to make it exotic. Not bad. I'm curious what these changes are and how OP shit's going to be, but every leaked video sounds like it. I do. So my question before that I was like, fuck it, was about the Graviton Lance. In the description of that gun, it says the third round fires a black hole. So like it should be a more powerful shot, right? And like they just said they're making it like more powerful now on the third shot. Like that's part of the update of the Graviton Lance. But that third hit better be a fucking explosion that like is a black hole. Does it suck people into?
No, it just
But,
it like has like a little expansion. It like
But
expands and then it's basically like the
it
trailer.
Sucks. It has no payoff for like again what we're saying. Like,
No,
it
it
doesn't
will,
feel
though.
exotic.
It will.
Now
No,
it's
like,
going
that
to.
third shot might hit you, expand like do a bunch of damage and then go away.
Okay. Well, now it's supposed to like tear. So, hey, it's a good reason to use that pulse rifle. Like, I don't know. I was just like an example of one I was just curious about.
No, I get
because
it.
it's like it should already exist like that. But that's what we're getting.
I want to see the new shit.
That's
man.
supposed to be, and yeah, a whole bunch of new guns.
That's what I
There's one
want. I
called
want
the
the new shit
Huckleberry. I
that's
forget what
crazy.
it is, but I'm excited just on the name.
The Huckleberry.
Yeah. How about let's talk some PvP. We're getting 2 new maps, like we were saying, and those 2 new maps are for everybody. You didn't have to pay for the DLC to get them. Hey, we're getting something fixed a little bit. That's nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
They're
Actually, wait a minute.
It's happening.
So the Osiris maps and shit, you couldn't get it.
You had to
couldn't
pay
pull-
for Osiris. It's still separated.
so
You know, they're
fucking
different.
whack.
They're different things. To
That's
select.
completely normal, though. I think
Yeah.
that's completely normal.
You
have to pay for PvP maps.
It's nice
That's
that they're
part of it.
giving. Yeah, it's usually that's every other game.
I think they're doing that because they messed up and didn't
yeah.
make the.
It's a sorry gesture, but that's a good sorry gesture. As everyone gets the new maps. And
Do
No,
we
it's
get
because
regular
they. It's because
special
they
'cause we
didn't.
have the
They.
season
It's because
pass?
they limited the people out of the Eververse for Curse of Osiris items. If they didn't have the DLC, they limited them from the weapons.
Yeah.
Then limited them from. Because it's not
But
fair.
I mean, essentially, that's
if
the stuff
they're
you
like
bought.
they're like, oh, you didn't get the Curse of Osiris weapons, the Red Death or whatever it is, Crimson Death, whatever it's called. Was that what it's called?
But
The
in a
Crimson.
balanced game,
But
that
like-
shouldn't matter.
but like,
you get
okay,
it because
didn't
you
get-
bought the expansion.
You
That's
didn't
like-
get the
that sounds
Crimson,
standard
but
to me.
then you go play with the Crimson in somebody in the regular maps that aren't Curse of Osiris. That's not right. You
Well, I
gotta
mean,
make
it-
the weapons available to everybody.
So what? Do you completely separate them on servers?
No, but like
So people who
usually they
haven't
don't.
bought it
Weapons
don't
usually,
only play on
new
servers?
weapons usually aren't made by DLC. It's either a skin, not a whole new weapon. The maps might be playable by DLC, but you don't. They didn't allow people to get weapons, and it's like, how are you expect? Okay, you got a guy coming in here with the fucking whatever that laser fucking red.
That
laser
should just
beam
be
one.
the free update to
That's
keep
why
bringing
they
people
gave
back.
every.
That's why they gave
you
fixed
that. They
'cause
gave
couldn't
you
do
the colony.
Remember, people couldn't do the raid.
Yeah.
The raid at a certain time because
Or when
the
Xur
level
sold
went up.
the what is
level
it
went
called?
up. Remember, they wouldn't let their level go up because they didn't pay for the Curse of
Yeah, that
Osiris.
shit was
because that's
wild.
what allowed your level to go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they kind of fucked it off when they did that. That was a huge mistake.
That's where they lost a lot of their players.
And they
too.
made it bold. They made a mistake. Someone just didn't do their job and activate those things
that
because that's how it is. You're not supposed to. It's like the raid. Okay, so now you've made it so I can't get the trophy because my light level's not high enough because I didn't get the DLC. How is that right in the base game? I can't get the platinum trophy for the base game because I don't have DLC stuff.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's okay.
I can just play Fortnite.
They did that.
DLC
though.
should just
You
be
know,
a separate thing of
they,
achievements.
They did that exactly, and they usually.
but that might
are.
be a Sony thing. Oh, that is. They
That's
usually are.
That's
Oh,
usually
okay.
how it is. It will come in and say like 100%, then it'll be like 115, and that would be
Yeah.
only on the other one. It will say that 15% still available, but it will still say you have 100% completion.
That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Well, they're giving us.
They
two,
made a
you know,
mistake on
they
that,
made again
Throw me
steps in our
down.
direction.
Like,
Everything is
They're
even if it's
fixing
baby
that,
steps.
but it sucks for them that
it's
they got
steps
to
in our
now
direction.
release the maps for
You're right.
free because like now they want to feel like make people make.
But here's what we
them
also
feel
get
like
with
we're not
PvP
greedy.
to help make PvP. So we already got the 6v6 back. I think we talked about that a bit already.
Yeah, that made people
but
happy.
the big issue that came up was the idea of like if you're playing against the squad, you're ultra fucked now. But what do we get with this? Crucible
there's supposed
has
to be some balance
more
here.
specific rankings too.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna separate the people who are squadding up.
It's supposed to.
You're not gonna squad up and go like maybe you'll play a couple rounds of trolling people to like get started.
Yeah,
but then you're gonna move to pro.
It's supposed to. What it's supposed to do is eliminate like you solo queuing and then getting forced with people that are not solo queued whatsoever that have full groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you might get a guy that has like 2 or 3 people in his party, but then he might have 2 other people or whatever 3 if it's 6.
But it's
that
also a
are not in his
mindset
party-
that you have
party.
a ranking, you have a thing. If you're going into that shit,
Well,
you're going
yeah.
into that shit to
Right.
do good.
Right. There's a
Yeah.
matchmaking rank going on inside there that's maybe it's not as big as what some people would like maybe Overwatch players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's still there rather than basically based off your internet connection speed.
Yeah.
Like if you get in the server first, you're in. Like
No.
okay, that's
What is up with the no dedicated servers these days, dog?
I don't know. They don't want people. It used to be like
Services.
it used to be like, dude, if it's a triples A game and it has online play, then
Man,
it's got
that's what I'm
dedicated
saying. It's like,
servers.
dog.
And now
that-
it's like not like that.
Now you riding off somebody else's shit, and it's just not the same, especially in these like first person shooter games, dog. I'm like, come on, man. At least Call of Duty bring it back, dog. Use the servers you have.
I mean, in I think in Fortnite,
If they get
have their own
if the
servers,
crowd
'cause
comes
you
back,
choose
it'll
what
happen.
server
I
you
bet.
want to go to.
Yeah, but at the same time, they sketchy too.
All they
Well,
do
yeah,
is
no,
gotta
I
get
think
their
it goes
crowd
down to
back, and then they'll
people's
pay for
internet.
it. You know, they
On
just
that
gotta
game,
have
on
people
the-
spending money on that
On
shit.
Fortnite, I think it goes down to people's internet because you got 100 people loaded into one game.
Yeah, true.
And if your internet's not fucking
Booming.
yeah, then it can get glitchy because the game is. I don't know. I give it to them though because you're playing fucking Destiny 2 or Call of Duty and it can get glitchy and laggy too, really bad. And there's only fucking 20 people in there.
Yeah.
You got 5 times that many in fucking
Yeah.
Battle Royale loading into not that big of a map that's all loaded in on one screen. You don't fucking load through any part of that
True.
once you're on there. You know what I mean? So I could understand the lag or glitchy when you got 100 people loading in at one session compared to something else.
No, I agree.
But
And it's not
I
the
haven't.
worst.
I
And
have.
again, if people come
I'll
back,
be
you'll get
honest.
more
Destiny
servers.
2, I didn't really experience things with the game like gameplay and laggy or glitchy or anything.
Yeah,
like
it
that
was a
with the
very
servers.
clean game. Like
Yeah.
the biggest thing
But I
we
will
talked
say
about in
the
the beginning was
matchmaking
it
was
was a
shit.
very perfect
Yeah, I was gonna
box
say,
they made.
Yeah.
It was
was a
just that
very
like kind
clean
of
box.
Dead Space shit
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a long time, and that was
the
like
matchmaking is shit.
yeah.
For sure. And like
It's
solo queuing,
better, though.
Solo queuing is garbage. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Yeah,
like
for
I can go
sure.
solo queue Call of Duty all day.
I mean, I guess I was playing in the
And
middle of the
have-
day, but
and
I had
have
no
fair.
problem today when I played some rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
and
no, don't get me
here's the
wrong,
thing,
there's
so
times when
I'm
it's fun, you
so
know?
excited to be getting back in again because my whole class changed. Dom blades are fucking on top. I have 2 builds for my my warlock. I don't even care about the other characters for a while, but I got 2 builds going on them. I know that can all radically change tomorrow, but like one is high speed and I can just pause in the air using those wings.
High speed.
I have like just the Dawnblade class. You have so much mobility in the air, especially if you got that burst glide. You can just launch. It's dope. It's like how hunters feel is how I feel in the air. It's dope.
Shit.
It's dope. And I've got
There's
a
no,
dodge.
you can't compare to what they do, the warlock does now to what anything that a hunter has ever done.
I'm just saying like how
The
you feel
skate
like you
is
can,
ridiculous.
but how you with like your dodges. It's just how you can just get out of scenarios, how you can move. I feel more like that while I'm in the air, which is what it's supposed to be having the glide.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
So
that
I'm
people
saying
think
that
that
you
the
got
dodge
that
is
well.
overrated. The dodge is only good if you're Night Stalker. They made it better for Arc Strider. He actually has a buff. He's
But
harder
they
to
helped
hit.
at least Arcstrider by making it
He's
more
harder.
aggressive.
He's harder to hit when he dodges, and he's the only one that carries that perk. So like anyone else, if the guy's good and you dodge, you don't really. And what it's good is like to bounce in at a place or like bounce out of a place.
That's how I use the dodge in the air.
very quickly.
And if now that I've got
But,
like
like,
a
you-
good
you
burst
know,
glide,
I
I
don't know.
can control like my speed in the air to mess with people trying to aim with me.
The hunter dog, master race dog.
Whatever. I
wasn't talking about that. I was talking about how the fucking warlock just moves in general, the speed and pace. There's nothing like that in the game. It's going to be nerfed very soon, if it's not already been done.
I'm
or
sure they're gonna
coming with
nerf it.
I
Like
It's
couldn't.
just ridiculous.
I
It's
couldn't
freaking
get to like that super speed that people were doing.
Yeah,
But I was still figuring out like
skate
hitting
that they
at
have
the
to
peak
do.
on that again. I was just
It's
adjusting to it.
ridiculous.
I like the class build though. I was having a ton of fun on it today.
Winning.
All right, whatever. Whatever.
But yeah, dude. So those are the big things that we're
Think
looking
it's
at
it.
for collectibles, strikes,
Oh, we
new
got
exotics,
Nightfall top scores.
Nightfall top scores.
So that's that's
there's
another
new
way to
strikes, so there's
compete,
gonna be
and
new
it's PvE
Nightfall
stuff.
probably.
It's a reason to continuously play the Nightfalls because there's top scores involved. And it's a thing on
Okay,
the cycle.
so-
you got that.
The new strikes that are introduced
Mm-hmm.
will later become the Nightfall strikes, right?
Okay.
With
Harder challenges.
all these other things in it. So there's
Okay.
there's the perks from it, or excuse me, the weapons that are going to come from the Nightfall, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's now a Nightfall specific weapon. So
Okay.
this is going to come into a whole
Oh,
new
yeah.
arrangements of those, right? Exactly.
Again, more weapons you have
Right,
to like
exactly.
earn rather than just get by
Get.
playing in the game.
So you're going to have to maybe do the Nightfall a couple times in a certain way and complete it by doing certain things
Good.
in order to achieve that. So
nice.
So it's making it less mindless than just fucking running through to get to the boss and then being like, oh shit, use all your fucking heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Heavy, and then you use your fucking special, I'll use mine, then you use yours. And if it's not done that way, you don't win.
Now,
you know
what'd be
what I
cool
mean?
is like, because, so, like you were saying with Destiny 1, one of the things that was both, it created, like, top-tier versions of weapons and things was that whole RNG roll of what your
God
perks
rolls,
were.
baby, just like an
All about the
RPG.
God-
okay.
Just like
So,
an RPG. Roll it. Give me my
instead-
weapons, base value, and then roll its
But
perks.
they don't want to do that in this game, right?
I don't know why. Yeah.
If
But
they're doing-
aren't they
but if
supposed to
they're
bring that
doing-
back?
Here's they're bringing it back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to
Okay.
say that's
That's
supposed
what
to
it
be
sounds
supposed
like.
to be something that rolls out
I was gonna
along
say-
with a whole shit ton of other updates. This is
Yeah.
literally very light when it comes to the how the game is going to play.
Yeah.
This update's going to be very light. It's going to be heavy on the content,
Yeah.
very heavy content, very heavy aesthetics, stuff like that. Hopefully not a lot of reskins. Hopefully new shit like that, right?
Bro, the reskins are so fucking annoying, dog.
when the
Yeah.
core stuff of the game, like mechanics for the guns and perks and mechanics on how all that stuff is situated or rolled or figured out, like, you know, what they're gonna do, that's all coming later. It's all gonna be rolled in down the line, and hopefully sooner than later, because those are the things that are gonna keep the people around. This
Yeah.
shit is only gonna last for so long, just like Curse of Osiris.
They bought
Yeah.
themselves
if
a
you don't
month
right.
of...
Well, this has been in preparation. They probably
I
been
mean,
planning on this.
maybe
you know
not
what I mean?
even a
okay,
month,
in
dog.
May it comes out. We
No,
got
no,
till
no,
fucking
no.
July. All right, guys. So
I'm
fucking get
I'm
this shit
saying
ready,
I'm
you
saying
know?
with like keep the community.
Right.
They've got a month to set a tone.
Because if they don't change that, dude, the content, it's great. But
That's
like,
how much of the new content
like,
really you
we
got,
need- we
especially
need-
if it's only a raid
we
layer.
need
that-
some-
Hey,
something
the
to attach
stump
this
is
to.
coming, dog. I see it happening. They either they're going to
Look,
going
they got
to get
24
stuck.
hours to
I
change
see
my
that they
mind,
got me for 2 more months,
or
with
I'm
this.
going to start picketing.
Probably less because I'll probably grind it, get all the weapons that I want, and then be on with it.
Fucking
That's-
4 emotes.
Once
That's
you get
I'm
all
asking.
the weapons, it's like, why keep playing? Unless they release a new fucking
Because
raid,
eventually a
it's
new
not
raid will
worth it.
come out
Well-
in a year or two, and then I'll fire it back up.
Yeah, but a
like,
year or
yeah.
two, dog.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude.
They'll, you know
if it's
what?
still
They'll
good,
come
it's
out with
good,
a
baby.
major whole campaign,
If
and
it's
then
good,
it'll
it's
be
good,
a
baby.
whole
Yeah, I
new
can't
whatever
argue,
they need.
especially if they pull you back in with
But
something dope.
we've
I'm
talked
just
this
saying,
before.
Like, what
they're
the
they're
fuck?
playing that long game where they're planting those seeds now. They're starting to
They're
make those
fucking up.
changes, and they, like Dutch said, they're
They should
rolling
have
them out over a period of time. We're already past they fucked up. We're at the point where retribution. You gotta fix that shit.
Yeah.
And they're making those steps. They're rolling them out. We'll see how we feel next week when we're talking about this. We haven't even talked about the campaign. The campaign's going to be what we're playing over the next fucking week.
But at the
so
same
there's
time,
so
like-
much shit that we've been talking over the past hour. We've been talking
After
a
that
ton of
Curse of
stuff that's
Osiris
coming up on
campaign, I'm like, what are they gonna do, dog?
We'll see.
That shit was so normal.
Did
That
you not hear
shit
Zavala?
was
Did you
so
not hear him
normal.
talking about the
So the interesting thing,
weapon that
the interesting
that
thing,
no one can turn on?
yeah, Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin.
So this is what I love about the Warmind DLC, is that this is all of the shit that made Destiny 1's story shit is supposed to be what they're delivering to you in this DLC.
But that's what Curse of Osiris was.
So is this gonna be a big update, dog?
Because they didn't really. It was one Curse of Osiris was, but they like really didn't go into Osiris at all in Destiny.
They just talked about Osiris as a guy.
Once
More. Yeah.
during a raid, and that's ultimately also how you've
By the
gone
way,
back
did
and
I
find
mention
him.
Osiris? Okay, he's going to come out in 3
So-
years.
Rasputin, however, in the Warmind, you actually go into these places several times. He's always a huge. He's always helping you or locking you out of something, but you never know about him. You never really learn about Rasputin. You go to a similar thing that has to do with Rasputin during Destiny, but you don't really learn anything about Rasputin besides that he's the Warmind. He's the ultimate weapon, full control over all of these systems on Earth. And that he was put there for a very specific reason, and he's put into this very deep location that no one's supposed to have access to, and you
he's
only
like
get access
the
to
most
it because some
powerful
shit blows
weapon
up.
in the universe.
This
Oh,
or that,
Thanos
whatever.
ass. No.
More powerful than
He's fucking
Fortnite
an
Thanos.
AI. It's like artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
So he's Ultron.
This
Because
is-
the Avengers beat
this
Ultron
is what you're dealing
with Vision.
We're talking about Destiny 2 here.
I know.
Okay. What? I lost my
I know.
thought a little bit.
Fuck
I'll slow where it went.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a fucking reliving the history
track.
of Destiny. Okay, it's gonna be Destiny 1's history, right? Told into Destiny 2, where they failed at shitty storytelling. They're supposed to make it right with this. So that's what Destiny 2's issue. I mean, Destiny 1's issues.
How
with Destiny
big
2
is this
was the
gonna be,
storytelling,
though?
and they ended up kind of making it. It's supposed to be huge. This information is supposed to be the lore, like the very history.
So this ain't gonna be like a 4-hour story.
This is like hey, we teased
and
a bunch
then
of shit in
that's it?
Destiny 1. We're going to circle back this
How long
time.
it takes you to beat it, I don't know. But the information that is given while you're beating it is going to be very, very
Cinematic.
important to Destiny 1 players
Okay.
that are looking for lore and more base to the story, which they felt
Which
was
is
short.
exactly what they're looking for.
Are they bringing back the Grimoire? Is it called Grimoire?
The Grim War, like a memoir of
Are they bringing that back?
no, which is stupid.
Why?
They're just bringing these other collectibles back.
Because next update.
They should bring that shit back, dog.
They definitely should.
They should give us a free raid. I'm just
Honestly,
going to keep
I
saying it
don't-
until it becomes reality. Say it
don't
with
know.
me. Say it with me.
They
Free raid.
I don't think they're really showing as much love as they act like they're showing, dog. Because once they talk to our community leaders,
Our community leaders.
who's got it all figured out, apparently, whoever the fuck these people are, I've never talked to or met or even heard of.
It's like thousands and
they,
thousands
they
of
fix all the
us
bugs
geeks
'cause of
behind
these
our
dudes.
computers, and it's like together we form Captain Planet, but a way more make the video game we want kind of Captain
Man,
Planet.
this dude doesn't exist. I don't understand that shit. I'm just a little salty, I won't lie. Because,
We'll see.
Well,
man.
we'll see how you feel in 24 hours, and we'll ask in 24 hours if you've eaten.
that is,
I guess
but we will-
24 hours
we
from
will have-
9:30 for
We
us.
will have a whole
Or 9 o'clock or whatever.
oh, is it 9 o'clock?
Spiel.
I don't know.
We'll
10
have a whole
fucking it's in the
spiel.
morning.
Yo,
I'll
is
wake
the
up.
update
I'll
coming
make
It's at
out
some
at
11.
9
breakfast.
It's at 11, and
Oh,
they're going to
okay.
shut down the servers for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You already know that.
You're right. You're right.
And then they'll be like, oh, it's
Okay, cool. So
available.
I could sleep in, and then I could play some God of War, make some breakfast, hang out,
Yeah.
play some Destiny.
But next week we'll have a whole spiel, our thoughts, what we
It'll
are,
be,
are
Yeah.
really thinking about it,
Some
the
shit to
future
say.
of it, all this type of stuff will be next week. We're going to finish up the show here, but I don't know. Have I asked this question? Have we done this question on there for our
was the
retro
question?
outro?
What video game weapon for post-apocalyptic world? What would I want?
Yep.
Okay. It is a long barrel sniper that I have converted to have like an axe.
It's a video.
head.
It's got to be a video game.
I'm making my own. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You made your own
I'll pick a
game.
video game.
So
one.
you
I'll
make
pick
your
a
own video
one.
game and then you use the
I made
weapon
my
in
own
that.
weapon that would just be dope in the post-apocalyptic
So I
world.
thought of two.
Okay.
I would do the Zero suit or the Metroid suit.
Okay.
Okay, that would
Just
be
a little
one.
bit more advanced than a Pit Boy.
Okay, right. I would do that one. I would do that. Or now this would be the fun one. That one's like the suit is for like I'm gonna try to be conscious and protective and I'll also be badass. This one would just be for straight fun, wilding out, and that would be your boy Ash. Chainsaw shot and the boomstick.
Oh yeah.
Chainsaw hand and a
okay.
boomstick.
Yeah, but hey, we're gonna just
Okay,
break for a
chainsaw
second
hand
now.
and a
Me,
boomstick. That's it.
I want a Gundam. Give me a Gundam.
Okay,
That's
okay.
a great
That's a good
decision.
one. Okay, yeah.
Give me a Gundam.
That's
and
kinda
shit.
like how I was
Nothing
going with the
nobody's
suit.
fucking
But
with
like,
me, dog.
here's the thing that sucks is you gotta park a Gundam.
Okay, do you know how to drive one? You got to learn how to drive one.
Yeah, but even that
Well,
outside,
give me
all
the
the
G
training, all
Gundam
everything.
suit then.
You
There we
gotta
go.
park
That's
a
the best
fucking
way to
Gundam.
put it. I don't need
Where
to learn
the
how
fuck,
to drive
what
that.
you just pull up to the
because I
bar
just
because you're
walk
trying to
around.
survive in the apocalypse. You're traveling around in your Gundam. You pull up to the bar. You
Yeah.
gotta fucking park a Gundam.
No, you don't, dog. That's why
You
I need
can't
the
bring that
G
in the
Gundam
bar.
suit.
You
the
cannot
burning
bring your
Gundam.
Gundam in the bar.
Give me the burning Gundam.
If your Metroid
No
suit is
Gundams
on,
allowed.
you
and
can
then
just
when
cruise
I'm
on
not
in.
in the Gundam, give me Lucille, and I'm good.
Okay.
No Gundams allowed.
I'll take Lucille for outside of the Gundam.
That's a good
And
suit,
then
though,
a
the
Gundam.
Metroid.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So, but since you brought it up, fuck it, did you finish Ash vs. Evil Dead? Because this is the last season. It's done.
Oh, I didn't watch any of the season.
No, I didn't
Oh
watch any of
man!
it either.
So if you enjoy Ash Williams, which you obviously do after that statement,
Yeah, of course.
watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. There's 3 seasons of it.
I know
of
there
like,
are,
it's
and
the
I
same.
just don't watch TV.
Okay,
or
that's fair.
shows, So I will
you know what,
try
it's
to.
a pretty.
I will
It's
try
done.
to.
It's officially done.
I know, but I can.
I'm just saying,
man.
it's like they're done making
Come
the
on,
show,
man.
so you can just
We
fucking
live in a digital world,
yeah.
baby.
I'm saying you could just marathon it one day.
Oh, you know what? Give me a
Maybe it'll take it
lightsaber.
more than a day, but
I'll take a lightsaber.
it's yeah. And you know what? They got those like little gadgets that just go right here, and
The
you can
Darth
breathe.
Maul one. I'll take the Darth Maul.
Why would, yeah, I mean, you could technically say that like the abilities of a Jedi are a weapon. You could just take those.
I'll take
I would
that
take
as a-
Rick's
yeah.
portal gun.
Ooh.
Okay.
You would just go to the fart planet.
No, I'd jump you there because I could just drop a portal under you. You and your chair would just go bloop, and then you're the fart planet.
And then you're
That
just,
is true.
I'll just put you inside of a poop sock.
oh no!
What is up, dog? You gotta toss me into a shit sock for real, dog? Thanks a lot, Dutch.
And Rick's coat. I
You
guess.
always bring it up.
You know what? That dude's got a lot of biometric
Hey, man,
upgrades. I'd take
you
all
guys
that
have
shit.
not seen the fucking memes that are trending about the poop sock?
No,
dog?
man.
No,
No.
I've
This
never
shit
seen. The
is
only thing that has
hilarious,
ever
dog.
mentioned poop sock in my life is you.
Trending.
Dog,
They
this
are
is
trending.
hilarious,
Dude,
dog. It started with what is that game
I'm
called?
afraid to do this, but I'm going
Nope,
to
do
right
it. Not
now.
now. We're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the show.
Google exists.
guys.
What is the name
Guys,
of that
thank
fucking
you
game,
for
dog?
tuning in to the plug. We're ending the show here, guys.
But
we're not putting that on here.
no, the end of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I
Okay.
just caught the end of it last night. It's the greatest. It's exactly how you would want it to fucking end. The
Did
whole
he
show is exactly what you
die?
want it to be.
He died with a poop
I'm
sock?
not going to
Let's
answer
tease
that.
that.
There's no poop sock.
But
But I'll tell you this: he's a fucking badass.
Plug Gaming, DFC
El
Radio
Jefe.
Network. That's us live every Monday 6 to 8.
Poop sock.
It's 8. We out.
You know, add me on
Thank you for tuning
PlayStation.
in.
Urban Dictionary. Poop
If you want to
sock.
be embarrassed, you know, add me on PlayStation. I'll work you over in any game. I'm the best. And have your mother call me.
So much Mother's Day, Rock.
Yeah, that's a good day for me.
I will go the morning, 8 to play. Then I don't get to the face. And that's just how I start my day. Why the fuck nigga wanna hate? I'm maintaining, you can do the same thing. Fuck around and make a nigga pull up in that race. Cause I know that it coming one day. Hold up, wait. Hold up, wait. Black carpet, man. Yo, wait. I know that it coming one day. These jeans ain't ordinary, deep on me. Matter of fact, them bitch custom made. I'm in the back, she got a leg. Cause I know that it coming one day. I want it out, so I strive for it. I would never ever let up. Water slam about 3 grams in the swisher right before I got up. Going hard full throttle, joint shot like Curry. I just got word from the beach. He said that she not worried. Young nigga just working. Young nigga just splurge. Y'all nigga better kick the way, cause a young nigga just serve. But you do it prouder than my big got the burden. Want what you need, I'm a partner, got birds.